Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever felt like you're just going through the motions, or if you're standing at a crossroads, knowing deep down that you're capable of more, then you've landed in the right place today. We're about to dive into something truly transformative, 5 powerful habits that, when consistently applied, can absolutely change the trajectory of your life. These aren't just trendy buzzwords. These are fundamental shifts that will empower you, invigorate you, and set you on a path to becoming the best version of yourself. So, if you're ready to stop feeling stuck and truly start living, let's jump right in. First up, and this one might sound simple but it is a game changer. Habit number 1, wake up early. Now, I am not talking about dragging yourself out of bed at the crack of dawn just to feel exhausted. I'm talking about intentionally carving out some precious time for yourself before the world demands your attention. Imagine this. The sun is just beginning to paint the sky with those incredible hues. The house is quiet, and the notifications haven't started buzzing yet. This isn't just about an earlier alarm. It's about reclaiming your morning. It's about having control, setting your own pace, and consciously deciding how you want your day to unfold, rather than reacting to everything that gets thrown at you. When you wake up early, you're not just gaining hours. You're gaining mental clarity, a sense of calm, and an incredible head start. You can use this time for anything that nourishes your soul or propels your goals forward. Maybe it's a quiet moment for reflection, planning your day, or even a quick meditation. The feeling of accomplishing something meaningful before most people even hit snooze is incredibly empowering. It builds momentum, reduces stress, and truly makes you feel like you're in the driver's seat of your own life. Try it for a week, and I promise, you'll be amazed at the difference it makes. It's like giving yourself a secret superpower each day. Moving on to our second life-altering habit, read every day. And I know what some of you might be thinking. I don't have time to read a whole book every day. But that's the beauty of it. Even just 10 minutes, a small consistent dose, can work wonders. Think about it. A book is a distillation of someone's life experience, their deepest insights, or years of research, all packaged for you to absorb. It's like having a mentor or a wise friend available 24/7. Reading isn't just about entertainment. It's about expanding your mind, challenging your perspectives, and feeding your curiosity. Whether it's a non-fiction book that teaches you a new skill, a biography that inspires you with stories of resilience, or even a thought-provoking article, consistent reading keeps your brain agile and open to new ideas. It ignites creativity, enhances your problem-solving skills, and broadens your understanding of the world around you. Just like physical exercise strengthens your body, reading strengthens your mind. Pick a topic that genuinely interests you or explore something completely new. You'll be surprised how quickly those 10 minutes add up to profound insights and a richer inner world. It's an investment in yourself that pays dividends for a lifetime. Next up, habit number 3, and it's one that truly connects your mind and body. Move your body. Our bodies are designed for movement, and in our increasingly sedentary world, it's more crucial than ever to intentionally incorporate physical activity into our daily lives. This isn't about becoming an Olympic athlete or spending hours at the gym if that's not your thing. It's about finding joyful ways to get your body moving consistently. The benefits are truly immense. When you exercise even moderately, your body releases endorphins, those incredible feel-good chemicals that naturally boost your mood and reduce stress. It sharpens your focus, improves your sleep quality, and gives you a noticeable surge of sustained energy throughout the day. Whether it's a brisk walk in nature, a dance session in your living room, a yoga flow, or lifting weights, the key is consistency and finding something you genuinely enjoy. When you move your body, you're not just strengthening muscles. You're clearing your mind, enhancing your cognitive function, and building resilience. It's an act of self-care that empowers you to tackle challenges with greater vitality and a clearer head. Listen to your body, celebrate its capabilities, and make movement a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Alright, habit number 4 is a powerful tool for self-discovery and emotional intelligence. Journal your thoughts. In our fast-paced world, it's easy for thoughts and emotions to get jumbled and overwhelming. Journaling provides a sacred space just for you to unpack everything that's going on inside your head. It's not about perfect grammar or elegant prose. It's about raw, honest expression. When you put pen to paper or fingers to keyboard, you create a tangible record of your inner landscape. This process helps you to clarify your thoughts, understand your emotions, identify patterns, and ultimately, gain perspective. You can use it to brainstorm ideas, process challenges, express gratitude, or simply to clear your mind. It's a powerful way to reduce stress, improve self-awareness, and stay focused on what truly matters to you. Imagine being able to look back at your entries and see how far you've come, the lessons you've learned, and the growth you've achieved. Journaling is a conversation with your truest self, and it's a habit that fosters incredible mental well-being and personal insight. Grab a notebook and give it a try. You might be surprised by what you discover. And finally, our 5th habit, and perhaps one of the most liberating, learn to say no. This isn't about being selfish or uncooperative. It is about establishing healthy boundaries and protecting your most valuable resources, your time and your energy. In a world constantly vying for your attention, the ability to politely but firmly decline requests that don't align with your priorities or well-being is absolutely crucial. Saying yes to everything often means saying no to yourself, to your goals, and to your peace of mind. Learning to say no empowers you to focus on what truly matters, prevents burnout, and ensures you have the bandwidth for the things and people you genuinely care about. It's about respecting your own limits and valuing your own worth. When you say no to distractions or commitments that drain you, you create space for opportunities that truly energize and fulfill you. This habit isn't just about refusing. It's about intentional choice and self-preservation. It shows self-respect and earns the respect of others. Practice it, and you'll find a profound sense of freedom and greater control over your life. So there you have it, 5 powerful habits that can truly transform your life. Remember, transformation isn't an overnight event. It's a journey built on consistent, small steps. Don't feel pressured to implement all 5 at once. Pick one, maybe the one that resonates most with you right now, and commit to it for a week or 2. Start small, stay consistent, and celebrate every little victory along the way. Your future self will absolutely thank you for starting today. Which of these habits are you excited to start implementing? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing your thoughts and experiences. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who might need a little boost, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more life-changing tips and positive content. Your support means the world to me, and it helps this community grow. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're watching this, chances are you've stared at a to-do list, known exactly what needed to get done, and then somehow found yourself scrolling through cat videos instead. Or maybe reorganizing your spice rack. You know that feeling, right? That little voice saying, "I'll do it later." We all get stuck in that procrastination trap sometimes. It's frustrating because you know the task is important, maybe even urgent, but for some reason you just keep delaying it. Well, today, we're going to tackle that beast head-on and arm you with some incredibly powerful, yet super simple, strategies to kick procrastination to the curb for good. Get ready to reclaim your time and boost your productivity, because we're fixing this together, starting right now. Let's dive in. First up, a game changer that honestly sounds too simple to work. But trust me, it's magic. The 2-minute rule. Here's how it works. If a task will take you less than 2 minutes to complete, don't put it off. Do it immediately. Seriously, stop what you're doing and just get it done. Think about it. Sending that quick email, washing that one dish, making that short phone call, putting away those clean clothes, organizing that one messy corner. These are all things we often defer, but they add up. When you accumulate a bunch of these small things, they start to feel like a big, overwhelming mountain. By tackling them instantly, you prevent that mountain from forming, reduce mental clutter, and you'll be amazed at how much lighter and more accomplished you feel throughout your day. It's a tiny action with a massive impact on your momentum. Try it, you'll be hooked. Next, let's talk about those colossal, daunting projects that make you want to curl up in a ball and hibernate. They look insurmountable, right? That's where tip number 2 comes in. Break it down. Seriously, break those big tasks into the tiniest, most manageable steps you can imagine. Instead of write research paper, think open document, create outline, find one source, write one paragraph. Each tiny step becomes a mini task, and completing each one gives you a little burst of dopamine, a tiny win. And guess what? These small wins are like rocket fuel for your motivation. They build incredible momentum, making that overwhelming project feel approachable, and eventually, completely doable. You're not just starting. You're consistently achieving, and that feeling is incredibly powerful. Remember, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and often, that single step needs to be micro-sized. Now for tip number 3, and this one is fantastic for just getting over that initial hump. Set a timer. I'm talking about a short timer like just 10 minutes. Tell yourself, I'm only going to work on this for 10 minutes. The goal isn't to finish the whole task, it's just to start. The beauty of this is that often, once you get going, once you overcome that initial resistance, you'll find yourself in a flow state and you'll want to keep going. 10 minutes turns into 20, then 30, and before you know it, you've made significant progress without even realizing it. Even if you only stick to the 10 minutes, that's 10 minutes more than you would have done procrastinating. It lowers the barrier to entry, making the act of starting feel less intimidating and more like a gentle suggestion than a heavy demand. Give it a try, you might surprise yourself. Our 4th tip is absolutely crucial for maintaining that precious focus. Remove distractions. Your ability to focus is a sacred resource, and in today's world, it's constantly under attack. Before you start on any important task, take a few moments to clear your physical space. A cluttered desk often leads to a cluttered mind. Then, and this is a big one, silence your phone. Put it out of sight, or even better, put it in another room entirely. Close unnecessary tabs on your computer. Let loved ones know you need uninterrupted time. Creating an environment that supports deep work and minimizes interruptions is paramount. You're not just moving things around. You're actively protecting your mental energy and telling your brain, this is important, and I am serious about getting it done. Your focus deserves that kind of respect. Finally, my favorite tip, and one that often gets overlooked, reward yourself. We are wired to respond to positive reinforcement. When you complete a task, especially one you've been putting off, take a moment to celebrate that victory. It doesn't have to be anything grand. Maybe it's enjoying a cup of your favorite tea, taking a short walk outside, watching an episode of your favorite show, or simply giving yourself a mental high five. This reward system reinforces the positive behavior, making your brain associate completing tasks with pleasure. It's not about bribery. It's about building a healthy habit loop. Motivation isn't just about pushing through. It's also about acknowledging and celebrating your progress. Treat yourself, you've earned it. So there you have it, 5 simple yet incredibly powerful strategies to conquer procrastination and boost your productivity. Remember, procrastination isn't a character flaw. It's a habit that can be broken. And these tricks are designed to give you back control of your time and your life. The most important step is to start. Not later, but right now. Pick one of these tips and implement it today. You have the power to transform your habits and achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips empower you to get more done and feel great about it. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. Share it with someone who might need it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more actionable advice and positivity delivered straight to your feed. I love hearing from you, so let me know in the comments below which tip you're going to try first. See you in the next video. Transform your life, helping you achieve more than you ever thought possible. You see, motivation is a fantastic spark, but let's be honest, it fades. It comes and goes like the tide. But what truly stays, what truly builds lasting success and helps you reach your biggest dreams, is something much more powerful: discipline. It's not about being a robot. It's about consistently showing up for yourself, even when you don't feel like it. And the good news: discipline isn't some innate talent. It's a muscle you can train, a skill you can build, day by day. Today, I'm going to share 5 incredibly simple, yet profoundly effective, daily practices that will help you build unstoppable self-discipline. These aren't huge, overwhelming tasks. They're small, intentional actions that, when repeated, create a powerful ripple effect across your entire life. So grab a notepad, or just settle in, because you're going to want to remember these. Let's jump right into practice number 1. Make your bed every single morning. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking: making my bed? Really? How is that going to change my life? But hear me out. This isn't just about tidiness. It's about starting your day with a win. It's a small, tangible accomplishment that you can check off almost immediately. This simple act tells your brain, okay, I've already done one productive thing today, what's next? It sets a positive, organized tone for the rest of your day, fostering a sense of accomplishment and order. It's that first domino falling, leading to a cascade of more productive choices. Give it a try and notice how just this tiny habit can shift your mindset. Moving on to practice number 2. Every morning, before the chaos of the day truly begins, take a few minutes to write down 3 clear, concise goals for the day ahead. And I mean write them down, not just think about them. There's something incredibly powerful about putting pen to paper. These don't have to be monumental tasks. They can be anything from finish that report, to go for a 30-minute walk, or call mom. The key here is clarity. When you define what you want to achieve, you eliminate guesswork and create a roadmap for action. Clarity truly leads to action. You're telling your brain exactly what to focus on, and this simple act of intention setting significantly increases your chances of actually accomplishing those goals. It's like having a compass for your day. Alright, for practice number 3, we're going to tackle something that is a huge challenge in our instant gratification world: delayed gratification. This practice is all about training your brain to choose long-term rewards over short-term pleasure. It means resisting the urge to scroll through social media when you should be working, or saying no to that extra snack when you're trying to eat healthier. It's about consciously making the choice that serves your future self, even if it feels a little uncomfortable right now. Start small. Maybe it's waiting 15 minutes before checking your phone after waking up, or finishing a task before rewarding yourself with a coffee break. Every time you successfully delay gratification, you're strengthening that discipline muscle, building resilience and teaching your brain that good things come to those who wait and work for them. This is where real mental strength is forged. Our 4th practice for building bulletproof discipline is to stick to a consistent routine. Discipline absolutely thrives in structure. Think about it. When you have a set time for waking up, working out, eating and winding down, you remove decision fatigue. You're not constantly asking yourself, what should I do now? Your actions become automatic, turning into habits rather than battles of willpower. A routine doesn't mean your life has to be boring or rigid. It simply provides a framework that allows you to be more efficient, productive, and ultimately, more free to pursue what truly matters. Even if your routine has to be flexible, having core anchors, like a morning routine or an evening wind-down, can make a huge difference in how consistently you show up for yourself. And finally, practice number 5. Tackle your hardest task first thing in the morning. This is often called eating the frog. We all have that one thing on our to-do list that we dread, the one that looms over us all day, draining our energy just by its presence. Instead of procrastinating and letting it sap your mental resources, get it done first. Knock it out of the park. The sense of relief and accomplishment you'll feel afterward is immense. It builds incredible mental strength, creates unstoppable momentum for the rest of your day, and ensures that even if nothing else goes perfectly, you've already achieved something significant. Plus, everything else after that hard task just feels easier by comparison. Remember, discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about showing up for yourself, day after day, even in the smallest ways. Every single one of these practices, no matter how small, is a step towards a more disciplined, more empowered, and ultimately more successful you. You're building a foundation for a life where you are in control, where you are actively creating your future. Thank you so much for watching today. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow, and it tells me to keep making content like this. Don't forget to subscribe for more daily growth tips and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on future videos. Your journey to unstoppable self-discipline starts now. Keep training that muscle, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're here today, it's probably because you felt that nagging whisper of doubt, that little voice telling you you're not quite good enough. Maybe you've wished you had more confidence, that innate sparkle that just seems to radiate from some people. Well, let me tell you something important right off the bat. Confidence isn't some magical trait you reborn with, or a stroke of luck that just happens. It's absolutely a mindset, a way of thinking that you can cultivate and grow, just like any other skill. And today, I'm going to share with you 5 powerful mindset shifts that, I promise, will change everything you thought you knew about building confidence. Get ready to transform your inner dialogue and step into a more empowered you. Let's dive in. First up, let's talk about a huge trap many of us fall into, the endless pursuit of perfection. This is where our first mindset shift comes in. Focus on progress, not perfection. Think about it. How often do we hold ourselves back from even starting something new because we're terrified of not being perfect at it? We scroll through social media, see others effortlessly nailing their goals, and immediately feel like we can't measure up. But here's the secret. Confidence doesn't blossom in a land of flawless execution. It grows in the fertile ground of continuous improvement. When you give yourself permission to be a beginner, to make mistakes, and to simply keep trying, you're not just learning a new skill, you're actively building your self-belief. Every small step forward, every tiny improvement, is a victory. So stop waiting for perfection. Embrace the journey, celebrate your little wins, and watch your confidence flourish with every single step you take. Now, for our second powerful shift. Speak to yourself like you would to a friend. Seriously, imagine your best friend comes to you feeling down, doubting themselves. Would you tell them they're a failure, that they're not smart enough, or that they should just give up? Of course not. You'd offer encouragement, kindness, and unwavering support. Yet, how many of us speak to ourselves with a harshness we'd never direct at anyone else? Our inner critic can be brutal, eroding our confidence one negative thought at a time. It's time to flip that script. Start noticing those unkind thoughts and consciously reframe them. Instead of, I messed that up, I'm so stupid, try, okay, that didn't go as planned, what can I learn from this? Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same empathy and encouragement you'd offer a loved one. Kind words build strong minds, and a strong mind is the foundation of unshakable confidence. Your inner dialogue is the most important conversation you have all day, so make it a supportive one. Alright, moving on to our third game changer, own your story. Every single one of us has a unique history, a tapestry woven with triumphs, challenges, heartbreaks, and victories. And sometimes, we get caught up believing that certain past experiences define us in a negative way. We let past failures or perceived flaws dictate our present and future potential. But here's the liberating truth. Your past doesn't define you, it empowers you. Every single experience you've had, good or bad, has shaped who you are today. It's given you resilience, wisdom, and a unique perspective. Don't hide from your story, embrace it. Understand that every scar, every lesson learned, has contributed to the incredible person you are becoming. When you own your narrative, when you stand tall in your truth, and recognize the strength you've gained from everything you've overcome, that's when genuine confidence shines through. It's not about erasing the past, but about integrating it and realizing how far you've come. Our fourth shift is absolutely critical in today's hyper-connected world. Stop comparing yourself to others. This one is tough, I know. With social media constantly showcasing curated highlight reels, it's so easy to fall into the trap of comparing your real-life, messy, behind-the-scenes journey to someone else's perfectly polished facade. But here's the deal, your journey is uniquely yours, and yours alone. When you compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10, you're doing yourself a massive disservice. Everyone is on their own path, facing their own battles you know nothing about. Confidence isn't found in trying to be someone else or measure up to external standards. It comes from authenticity, from truly embracing who you are and what you bring to the table. Close that app, put down your phone, and refocus on your own growth, your own goals, and your own amazing qualities. The moment you stop comparing and start appreciating your unique self, your confidence will soar. And finally, for our fifth and arguably most powerful mindset shift, take action even when you're afraid. This is where the rubber meets the road. So often, we wait for confidence to magically appear before we take that leap, apply for that job, or speak up in a meeting. But confidence doesn't arrive first, courage does. Courage is that willingness to act despite fear, to push past your comfort zone even when your knees are knocking, and guess what? Every single time you take that courageous step, no matter how small, you build a brick in your confidence foundation. Each successful action, each attempt that teaches you something new, strengthens your belief in your own capabilities. Don't wait for the fear to disappear. Acknowledge it, and then do it anyway. Stepping out of your comfort zone, even when it feels terrifying, is the most direct route to cultivating deep, lasting confidence. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action in its presence. So there you have it. 5 powerful mindset shifts that can radically transform your confidence. Remember, confidence isn't some elusive quality you wait for. It's something you actively build, day by day, thought by thought, action by action. It's a choice you make repeatedly, to believe in yourself, to be kind to yourself, and to step into your power. Start implementing these shifts today, and watch as your self-belief grows stronger than you ever imagined. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with a friend who might need to hear this today, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel for more mindset mastery content that will help you thrive. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Ever find yourself starting something with so much passion, so much fire, only for that initial spark to slowly, gradually, poof, disappear? You're not alone. It happens to the best of us. That feeling of losing steam, of dragging your feet when you used to practically fly, is totally normal, but it doesn't have to be your permanent state. We've all been there, staring at our goals, wondering where all that initial drive went. Well, today, we're not just going to talk about motivation. We're going to actively reignite it. We're diving into 5 powerful, super practical energy boosters that actually work, that you can start using today, to get that passion flowing again. So, if you're ready to shake off the slump and power up your daily drive, stick around, because your motivation is about to get a serious upgrade. Let's jump right in. Alright, booster number 1, and this one is fundamental. Visualize your why. Think about it. When you started, you had a reason, right? A clear purpose, a dream, a specific outcome you were striving for. Over time, that vision can get blurry, buried under daily tasks and distractions. So, make it a non-negotiable daily practice to remind yourself why you even began this journey in the first place. Whether it's a vision board overflowing with inspiring images, a dedicated journal, where you write down your core values and objectives, or even just a few quiet moments each morning where you close your eyes and deeply feel what achieving your goal would mean to you. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's actively reconnecting with the emotional fuel that powers your engine. When you clearly see and feel your why, it transforms from a distant hope into a compelling reason to push forward, even on the toughest days. Make it vivid, make it real, and let it pull you towards your future. Moving on to booster number 2, move your body. Seriously, this isn't just for fitness gurus. It's a game changer for your mental state. You know how sometimes you feel stuck, heavy, and just can't seem to get your brain in gear? Often, a quick burst of physical motion is exactly what you need. Our bodies and minds are deeply interconnected. When you get your blood flowing, when you stretch, dance, or even just take a brisk walk around the block, you're not only waking up your muscles but also sending a powerful signal to your brain. This physical momentum creates mental momentum. It releases endorphins, those amazing natural mood lifters, clears out mental fog, and can dramatically shift your perspective. You don't need a full-blown gym session. Just 5 or 10 minutes of conscious movement can make a world of difference. Stand up, stretch, do a few jumping jacks, put on your favorite upbeat song and dance like nobody's watching. You'll be amazed at how quickly your energy and focus return. Okay, booster number 3, and this one is incredibly powerful for sustained motivation. Celebrate small wins. We often make the mistake of waiting for the grand finale, the huge success, to acknowledge our progress. But that's like trying to drive a car on fumes. Every step, no matter how tiny, is a move forward. Finishing a difficult task, making a productive phone call, finally organizing that cluttered drawer, these are all wins. And they deserve recognition. When you deliberately acknowledge and celebrate these small victories, you're essentially giving yourself a shot of dopamine, a chemical reward that tells your brain, hey, this feels good, let's do more of that. It reinforces positive behavior and builds momentum. So, next time you cross something off your to-do list, even if it feels minor, pause for a moment. Give yourself a mental high five. Do a little fist pump, or even tell someone what you accomplished. This practice trains your brain to associate progress with pleasure, making the journey much more enjoyable and sustainable. Now for booster number 4, change your environment. Have you ever noticed how a cluttered desk can make your mind feel cluttered too? Or how being stuck in the same 4 walls can drain your creativity? Our surroundings have a massive impact on our energy and state of mind. If you're feeling stagnant, sometimes the quickest way to spark new energy is to literally spark a new environment. This doesn't mean you have to pack up and move to Bali, though that sounds nice. It could be as simple as rearranging your workspace to make it more inspiring, decluttering your immediate surroundings, or even just taking your laptop to a local coffee shop for a few hours. Better yet, get outside. A walk in nature, sitting by a window, or even just opening the curtains can do wonders. A fresh space often brings fresh perspectives and helps break mental ruts. It signals to your brain that something new is happening, and that can be incredibly energizing. And finally, booster number 5, feed your mind with inspiration. Just like our bodies need good fuel, our minds need nourishing content. In today's world, it's so easy to get caught up in negativity, news overload, or mindless scrolling that leaves us feeling drained rather than uplifted. So, make a conscious effort to seek out things that genuinely inspire you. This could be watching a powerful documentary, listening to a motivational podcast, reading an autobiography of someone you admire, or even revisiting your favorite inspiring YouTube talks. When you feed your mind with positive, growth-oriented content, you're not just passively consuming. You're actively programming your thoughts, beliefs, and energy levels. It reminds you of possibilities, ignites your passion, and helps you overcome limiting beliefs. Make it a daily ritual to dedicate even just 10 to 15 minutes to something that truly lifts your spirits and expands your mind. So there you have it, 5 powerful energy boosters to help you reignite that motivation and keep it burning bright. Remember, motivation isn't some magical, elusive force that only strikes the lucky few. It's truly about maintenance. It's about consistently applying these small actionable steps. You don't always need to feel motivated to take action. Often, taking that first small action is what creates the motivation you are waiting for. So, pick one of these boosters, try it out today, and see how it shifts your energy. You've got this, and I'm here cheering you on. Thank you so much for watching today. If you found these tips helpful and want to keep that positive momentum going, please hit that like button, share this video with someone who might need a boost, and definitely subscribe to the channel for weekly insights and energy boosts just like this one. Your support means the world to me, and it helps us build an amazing community of motivated individuals. See you in the next video. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that truly transforms lives, mental toughness. You know that feeling when life throws you a curveball and you just don't know how you're going to get through it? Well, what if I told you that being mentally tough isn't about being emotionless or never feeling down? It's actually about building the inner strength to navigate those challenges, stay resilient, and come out even stronger on the other side. This isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you develop, a muscle you train. So, if you're ready to cultivate a more resilient mind, stick around because we're about to unveil 5 powerful habits that will help you do just that. Let's get into it. First up, let's talk about habit number 1, embrace discomfort. I know, it sounds counterintuitive, right? We're naturally wired to seek comfort and avoid pain. But here's the secret. Growth, real, transformative growth, almost always happens outside your comfort zone. Think about it. When you push yourself a little harder in a workout, when you try that new skill that feels totally awkward at first, or even when you face a fear like public speaking, you're embracing discomfort. You're teaching your brain that it's okay to feel a little uneasy, that challenges aren't threats but opportunities. Start small. Maybe it's taking a cold shower for a minute, trying a new intimidating recipe, or even just having a difficult conversation you've been putting off. Each time you willingly step into that uncomfortable space, you're expanding your capacity, proving to yourself that you can handle more than you thought. It's like building calluses on your mind, they make you tougher. Moving on to habit number 2, and this one is a game changer. Practice gratitude daily. In a world that often highlights what's missing or what's going wrong, intentionally focusing on gratitude can shift your entire perspective. Even when you're facing pain, setbacks, or just a really tough day, there's always something to appreciate. It could be as simple as the warmth of your coffee, the sound of birds outside your window, or the support of a friend. When you actively seek out these small blessings, you train your brain to notice the good, to find the silver lining. Try keeping a gratitude journal, or simply take a few moments each morning or evening to list 3 things you're thankful for. This isn't about ignoring problems. It's about building a psychological buffer, a wellspring of positive emotion that helps you bounce back faster from adversity. It reminds you that even in the storm, there are moments of calm and beauty. Now for habit number 3, control the controllables. This habit is all about empowering yourself and letting go of unnecessary stress. Life is full of things we can't control: the weather, other people's opinions, global events. Dwelling on these things is a sure path to frustration and anxiety. Mentally tough individuals understand this fundamental truth. They focus their energy, time, and attention on what they can influence. Can you control how you react to a difficult situation? Absolutely. Can you control your effort, your attitude, your preparation? You bet. By consciously choosing to direct your efforts towards your own actions and responses, you reclaim your power. You're not a victim of circumstances. You're an active participant in shaping your own experience. It's like tidying up your mental workspace, clearing out the clutter of what doesn't matter so you can focus on what truly does. Let go of the noise and concentrate on your own journey. Next up, habit number 4, reframe failure. This is where many people get stuck. We often see failure as a definitive end, a sign of inadequacy. But mentally tough individuals view it entirely differently. For them, failure isn't the end, it's feedback. It's a data point, an opportunity to learn, adjust, and grow. Think about it. Every successful inventor, athlete, or entrepreneur has experienced countless failures on their path to success. They didn't quit. They analyzed what went wrong, tweaked their approach, and tried again. So, when something doesn't go your way, instead of beating yourself up, ask, what can I learn from this? What did this experience teach me that I can use next time? Shifting your perspective from I failed to I learned transforms setbacks into stepping stones. It builds resilience because it eliminates the fear of trying and encourages continuous improvement. Every no brings you closer to a yes. And finally, habit number 5. Show up consistently. This habit might sound simple, but is arguably the most powerful. Mental toughness isn't built in grand gestures. It's forged in the small, consistent acts of showing up, especially when it's hard, especially when you don't feel like it. It's hitting the gym on a rainy day, pushing through that tough project even when motivation wanes, or sticking to your commitments even when fatigue sets in. This consistent effort, this unwavering commitment to your goals and values sends a powerful message to your brain. I am reliable. I can do this. I will persevere. It builds self-trust and momentum. Every time you show up, you're reinforcing your mental strength, proving that you have the discipline and fortitude to see things through. Remember, consistency beats intensity almost every single time. It's the daily practice, the small choices, that accumulate into incredible resilience over time. So there you have it, 5 powerful habits to cultivate your mental toughness. Embrace discomfort. Practice gratitude daily. Control the controllables, reframe failure, and show up consistently. Mental toughness isn't some innate quality. It's built brick by brick, habit by habit, day by day. It's a daily choice to face challenges head-on and keep moving forward. Start integrating these habits into your life, and you'll be amazed at how resilient and capable you become. Thank you so much for watching today. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, please hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe to the channel for more weekly mindset upgrades that will help you thrive. Your support truly means the world to us. We'll see you in the next video. Stay strong and keep growing. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're anything like me, you know that some days just feel different. Some days you're crushing it, you're focused, energized, and just getting things done. Other days, well, not so much. Ever wonder what the secret is to consistently having more of those amazing productive days? The answer might be simpler than you think, and it all starts before the rest of the world even catches up. Today, we're diving deep into the power of your morning. Because let's be real, your morning doesn't just set the tone for your day. It lays the entire foundation for your success, your mood, and your energy. It's the moment where you get to decide consciously what kind of day you're going to have. And trust me, once you master this, you'll feel like you've unlocked a secret level in the game of life. So, if you're ready to transform your daily grind into a daily triumph, stick around, because I'm about to share 5 incredibly powerful morning rituals that will help you wake up, take charge, and absolutely win your day. These aren't just random tips. These are habits that countless successful people swear by, and they've personally revolutionized my own routine. Let's jump right in and discover how to make every morning count. Alright, kicking off with our first game changer. Ritual number 1. Wake up without your phone. Seriously, this one is huge. I know, it sounds almost impossible in today's digital age. Our phones are our alarms, our news source, our social connection. They're everything. But think about it. The moment you grab your phone first thing, you're immediately diving into someone else's agenda, someone else's problems, someone else's highlight reel. You're bombarded with notifications, emails, social media updates, and before you've even had a sip of coffee, your mind is already racing, reacting, and often feeling overwhelmed. Imagine this instead. Your alarm goes off and you resist the urge to scroll. You simply get out of bed. This simple act creates a crucial buffer zone. It gives your mind precious space to actually wake up, to process your own thoughts, to feel the quiet of the morning before the external noise begins. This quiet time allows you to connect with yourself, to gather your thoughts, and to gently transition into the day, rather than being jolted into it by a flurry of digital demands. It's about taking back control of your first waking moments, and trust me, that control sets a powerful precedent for the rest of your day. Give it a try, even for just 15 minutes, and feel the difference. Moving on to ritual number 2, and this one is super simple but incredibly effective. Drink water first thing. As soon as you wake up, before coffee, before anything else, reach for that glass of water. Think about it. You've just gone 6 to 8 hours, maybe even longer, without any hydration. Your body is essentially dehydrated. When you drink water, especially a good, thick glass of it, you're not just quenching thirst. You're jump-starting your entire system. Hydration wakes up your brain, helping to improve focus and mental clarity. It kickstarts your metabolism, gets your organs moving, and helps flush out toxins that have accumulated overnight. It's like giving your internal engine a refreshing, clean fuel boost right at the start. Many people feel sluggish and groggy in the morning, and often, simple dehydration is a major culprit. I love to keep a glass of water right on my newsstand, so it's the very first thing I see and reach for. You can even add a squeeze of lemon for an extra detoxifying kick. It's such a small habit, but the impact on your energy levels and overall well-being is truly significant throughout the day. Your body will thank you for this simple act of self-care. Alright, let's talk about ritual number 3, move your body. And before you groan and think I'm going to tell you to hit the gym for an intense hour-long workout at 5 a.m., relax. While a full workout is fantastic if you have the time and energy, moving your body can be so much simpler and still incredibly effective. The key here is to activate your energy, not necessarily to exhaust yourself. This could mean a gentle stretch session right by your bed, waking up those sleepy muscles. It could be a quick 10 to 15-minute walk around your neighborhood, getting some fresh air and sunlight. Maybe it's a few rounds of sun salutations if you're into yoga, or even just dancing to your favorite upbeat song for a few minutes. The goal is to get your blood flowing, release those feel-good endorphins, and signal to your body that it's time to be awake and active. Moving your body helps to shake off any lingering sleepiness, boosts your mood, and sharpens your focus, preparing you mentally and physically for whatever the day holds. Find what feels good for you, make it a joyful part of your morning, and notice how much more vibrant and ready you feel. Now for ritual number 4, and this one taps into the incredible power of your mind. Set your intentions. This is about consciously deciding how you want to feel and what you want to achieve for the day, before the day starts dictating those things to you. It's a proactive step that gives you control over your mental landscape. Take a few moments, maybe while you're drinking your water or after a quick stretch, to simply sit quietly. You can journal your thoughts, meditate, or just reflect. Ask yourself, how do I want to show up today? What's one thing I absolutely want to get done? What kind of energy do I want to bring to my interactions? When you set intentions, you're essentially programming your mind for success. You're creating a roadmap for your emotions and actions. This isn't about rigid planning. It's about setting a positive mental framework. It helps you stay focused on what truly matters, reduces feelings of overwhelm, and empowers you to approach challenges with a clear purpose. This ritual transforms your day from a series of reactions into a purposeful journey. And finally, we arrive at ritual number 5. Eat a clean breakfast. This isn't just about satisfying hunger. It's about nourishing your body with respect and care. Think of your breakfast as the premium fuel you're putting into your very expensive, high-performance vehicle, your body. You wouldn't put cheap low-grade fuel into a sports car, so why do that to yourself? A clean breakfast means choosing whole, unprocessed foods that provide sustained energy and essential nutrients. This could be oatmeal with berries and nuts, a smoothie packed with greens and protein, eggs with avocado and whole grain toast, or Greek yogurt with fruit. Avoid sugary cereals, pastries, or anything that will give you a quick spike followed by an inevitable energy crash. When you fuel your body with something that truly loves you back, you'll experience better concentration, more stable energy levels, and improved mood throughout the entire morning. It's an act of self-love that pays dividends in your productivity and overall well-being. Make breakfast a mindful, delicious experience that truly powers your day. So there you have it, 5 incredibly powerful rituals that can completely transform your mornings and by extension your entire life. From waking up mindfully without your phone to hydrating your body, activating your energy, setting your intentions, and fueling yourself with a clean breakfast, each of these steps builds upon the last to create a powerful positive momentum that carries you through the day. Your morning is your foundation. It's your sacred space to prepare, to empower, and to create the day you want to live. Build it strong and you'll find yourself owning not just your mornings, but your life. Don't feel like you have to implement all 5 at once. Pick 1 or 2 that resonate most with you and start there. Consistency is key. If you found these rituals helpful, please hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs a morning boost, and definitely subscribe to the channel for more daily rituals, mindset tips, and ways to live your best life. Your support means the world to me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. A cheerful, optimistic intro music begins. Hey incredible humans, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever felt trapped by your own thoughts? Like a broken record playing the same negative tune over and over? Well, today, we're smashing that record and hitting the reset button. Because guess what? Your thoughts aren't just whispers in your mind. They actually shape your entire reality. Negative thinking can feel like a heavy chain, but I'm here to tell you that you absolutely have the power to break free. We're diving deep into 5 incredibly powerful mental reframes that will help you stop that spiral of negativity dead in its tracks and ignite a more positive, empowering mindset. Get ready to transform your inner dialogue and, by extension, your life. Music softens, becomes more calm and introspective. Let's jump straight into our first reframe, a big one many of us wrestle with. How often do you find yourself thinking, "Ooh, I'm just not good enough"? It's a heavy thought, isn't it? It can paralyze us, stop us from even trying, but what if we could flip that script? Instead of letting "I'm not good enough" define you, I want you to consciously, actively replace it with this empowering statement. I'm still learning. Think about it. Learning is an ongoing process, a beautiful journey. It implies progress, potential, and growth. When you tell yourself you're still learning, you instantly shift from a place of perceived inadequacy to one of exciting development. You're giving yourself permission to be imperfect, to stumble, to ask questions, and to grow. Imagine a child learning to walk. They fall, they get up, they fall again. But they never not good enough at walking. They just still learning asterisk. That's the mindset we need to embrace. Growth isn't a destination. It's a continuous, evolving process. And you, my friend, are right in the middle of your amazing journey. So next time that thought creeps in, remind yourself, I am a perpetual learner, and that's exactly where I need to be right now. Alright? Moving on to reframe number 2. And this one is a game changer for anyone who's ever felt defeated after a setback. How many times have you thrown your hands up and exclaimed, "I always fail"? It's easy to feel that way when things don't go according to plan, right? We focus on the outcome we didn't want and label ourselves a failure. But what if we saw those moments differently? What if every single failure was actually a classroom, an opportunity disguised in a challenge? I want you to replace "I always fail" with "I'm gaining experience." This simple shift is incredibly powerful. When you view setbacks as experience, you transform them from crushing defeats into valuable lessons. Every mistake, every misstep, every unexpected detour is actually equipping you with new knowledge, new skills, and a deeper understanding of what works and what doesn't. Think of it like a scientist in a lab. Experiments don't always yield the desired results on the first try, but each experiment, regardless of its immediate outcome, provides data, insights, and ultimately brings them closer to a breakthrough. You're not failing. You're accumulating wisdom, you're refining your approach, and you're building a rich tapestry of life experience that will ultimately lead you to success. So embrace those moments, because they're making you stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Now for reframe number 3, and this one tackles that sneaky villain called fear. We've all been there, standing on the edge of something new, something exciting, but that little voice in our head starts asking, what if I mess up? It's a powerful question because it immediately focuses on potential negative outcomes, and often, it stops us from even trying. But what if we could use the very same power of questioning to our advantage? This reframe is about flipping that fear-based question on its head. Instead of, what if I mess up? I want you to start asking yourself, what if I succeed? Seriously, try it. The energy shifts instantly, doesn't it? When you ask, what if I succeed? Your mind automatically starts to explore positive possibilities. You begin to visualize positive outcomes, to imagine the joy, the achievement, the growth that could come from taking that leap. It doesn't erase the possibility of difficulty, but it balances the scales. It empowers you to see the reward, not just the risk. This isn't about ignoring challenges. It's about giving equal, if not more, weight to the incredible potential that lies on the other side of your courage. So the next time you feel that hesitation, that worry about making a mistake, pause, take a deep breath, and boldly ask yourself, what if I totally nail this? What if this is exactly what I need to do? You might be amazed at the doors that open when you change your internal question. Music becomes slightly more uplifting. Alright, reframe number 4 is for all of us who get caught in the comparison trap. It's so easy to look at someone else's highlight reel, their achievements, their seemingly perfect life, and think, wow, they're just so much better than me. Social media, especially, can amplify this feeling, making us believe everyone else has it all figured out. But comparing yourself to others is like comparing apples to oranges, or even apples to totally different fruit. It's a surefire way to diminish your own unique value and joy. So, when that thought arises, they read better than me, I want you to consciously replace it with this liberating truth. I am on my own path. This isn't just a nice sentiment. It's a fundamental reality. Your journey, your experiences, your strengths, your challenges, your timing, everything about your life is uniquely yours. No one else has your specific combination of talents and history. When you acknowledge that you are on your own path, you free yourself from the pressure to conform, to compete, or to feel inadequate. You understand that your growth timeline isn't the same as anyone else's, and that's perfectly okay. In fact, it's beautiful. Embrace your individuality, celebrate your progress at your own pace, and walk forward with confidence knowing that your unique journey is precisely where you are meant to be. There is no need for comparison when you truly value the magnificent path you are carving for yourself. And finally, our fifth and perhaps most potent reframe. This one tackles the feeling of being overwhelmed, of hitting a wall and just wanting to give up. How many times have you faced a challenge and just heard yourself say, I can't do this? It's a thought that drains your energy and makes mountains out of molehills, isn't it? It feels like an insurmountable barrier. But what if we could replace that feeling of surrender with one of resourcefulness and determination? I want you to substitute I can to do this with the incredibly powerful phrase, I'll figure it out. This isn't about knowing all the answers immediately. It's about cultivating a belief in your own ability to adapt, to learn, to seek solutions. It's a statement of confidence that says, even if I don't know how right now, I trust myself to find a way. Think about it. When you tell yourself you'll figure it out, your brain shifts from a closed-off, defeated state to an open problem-solving mode. It starts searching for options, resources, and creative solutions. Confidence isn't born from having all the answers. It's born from the belief that you can handle whatever comes your way. It's that inner resilience, that grit that says, I've got this, or I'll learn to get this. So the next time a challenge feels too big, remind yourself of your incredible capacity to learn, adapt, and innovate. You are stronger and more capable than you know, and you absolutely will figure it out. Music swells slightly, becomes more positive and inspiring. There you have it. 5 incredibly powerful mental reframes to help you stop the spiral of negative thinking and cultivate a more positive, resilient mindset. Remember, your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It's not about never having a negative thought again. That's unrealistic. It's about consciously training your mind to respond differently, to choose empowering thoughts over limiting ones. By consistently practicing these reframes, you're not just changing your thoughts, you're actively changing your life. You're building a stronger, more supportive inner world that will propel you towards your goals and dreams. I truly hope these reframes empower you as much as they've helped me. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear this today, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on our weekly mindset upgrades. Your journey to a more positive life starts now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Music fades out with a positive lingering note. Intro music begins, upbeat, but with a sense of gentle urgency. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling one of the biggest challenges of our modern world: focus. Just think about it. Notifications buzzing, emails piling up, an endless scroll of information hitting us from every angle. Our attention is constantly under attack, right? It feels like we're always being pulled in a million different directions, and that makes it incredibly tough to get things done, to truly learn, or even just to be present. If you've ever felt like your brain is a browser with too many tabs open, you're definitely not alone. But here's the good news. Reclaiming your focus isn't just a dream. It's a skill you can absolutely build. And trust me, if you want to succeed, whether it's in your studies, your career, or even just mastering a new hobby, protecting your focus is absolutely crucial. It's the superpower that unlocks everything else. So, are you ready to become a focused superhero? Awesome! Because today, I'm going to share 5 incredibly powerful, yet surprisingly simple, habits that will help you protect your attention, boost your productivity, and finally regain control of your precious mental energy. Let's dive in and start building that laser-sharp focus. Music shifts slightly, becoming more steady and inspiring. Alright, let's kick things off with habit number 1. This one is an absolute game changer. It's all about turning off non-essential notifications. Seriously, think about it. Every single ding, every vibration, every pop-up isn't just a sound. It's a tiny little interruption that yanks your brain away from whatever you are doing. And those little yanks add up. Studies have shown it can take up to 23 minutes to fully get back on track after a significant distraction. That's almost half an hour lost to a simple notification. Your phone, your tablet, your computer, they shouldn't be controlling your mind, dictating when you switch tasks or when you lose your train of thought. You should be in charge. So here's the challenge. Go into your settings right now. Yes, right now, after this video, of course. And be ruthless. Do you really need a notification for every single email, every social media like, or every news update? Probably not. Keep the essentials, like calls from family or important work messages, but silence the rest. Trust me, the world will not end if you check Instagram an hour later. Imagine the peace of mind, the uninterrupted flow you could achieve without those constant pings. Give it a try and you'll be amazed at how much calmer and more productive you feel. It's like decluttering your digital life, and your brain will thank you for it. Music becomes a bit more energetic and rhythmic. Moving on to habit number 2, and this one is a classic for a reason. It's called the Pomodoro technique. If you haven't heard of it, get ready for a serious productivity boost. The concept is brilliantly simple. You work intensely for a short, focused period, typically 25 minutes, and then you take a short break, usually 5 minutes. After 4 Pomodoros, you take a longer break, maybe 15 to 30 minutes. What's so magical about this? Well, it plays into how our brains actually work best. We're not designed for endless, grueling hours of continuous work. Our attention spans thrive on cycles of focus and rest. The 25-minute sprint helps you commit to a task, knowing there's a break coming soon, which can be incredibly motivating. And those short breaks, they're not just for scrolling. Use them to stretch, grab a drink of water, look out the window, or just stand up and move around. This allows your brain to reset and refresh, preventing burnout and keeping your focus sharp when you return to your task. It's like interval training for your brain. You'll be surprised at how much you can accomplish in those focused 25-minute bursts. Give the Pomodoro technique a spin. There are tons of free timers online and even apps to help you, and watch your productivity soar without feeling overwhelmed. It's all about working smarter, not just harder. Music softens slightly, becoming more ambient and calm. Alright, let's talk about habit number 3. This is all about creating a truly distraction-free zone. Your environment plays a monumental role in your ability to focus. Imagine trying to concentrate on a complex problem in a cluttered, noisy, chaotic space. It's incredibly difficult, right? A clean space often leads to a clear mind. So take a moment to look at your workspace. Is it tidy? Is it organized? Do you have things on your desk that aren't directly related to the task at hand? If so, it's time for a little decluttering. Think minimalist. Only have what you absolutely need within arm's reach. This doesn't mean your space has to be stark white and empty. It just means intentional. Beyond physical clutter, consider the digital clutter too. Close unnecessary tabs on your browser, minimize programs you're not using, and yes, remember habit 1 about those notifications. If possible, try to find a quiet corner or use noise-canceling headphones if you're in a bustling environment. Even setting the right lighting can make a difference. Creating this sanctuary for your focus signals to your brain that this is where deep work happens. It's about consciously designing an environment that supports your focus, rather than constantly fighting against distractions. When your space is clear, your mind has more room to breathe and, most importantly, to concentrate. Music becomes purposeful and driving yet still calm. Now for habit number 4, and this one is a true power move for serious productivity. Schedule dedicated deep work hours. What is deep work? It's focused, uninterrupted time spent on a single cognitively demanding task, pushing your intellectual capabilities to their limit. This isn't shallow work like answering quick emails. This is the work that moves the needle, the work that requires intense concentration. The key here is to block out specific times in your calendar for this kind of work, and treat those blocks as sacred appointments that cannot be moved. No meetings during deep work hours, no multitasking. Just you, your task, and pure uninterrupted flow. Communicate these blocks to your colleagues or family if necessary, so they know not to disturb you unless it's an emergency. Think of it like a protective bubble around your most important tasks. When you regularly schedule these sessions, your brain gets conditioned to enter that focused state more easily. You will find yourself accomplishing significant chunks of work that might otherwise take days to chip away at in fragmented sessions. Imagine the sense of accomplishment, the progress you'll make. This isn't just about getting more done. It's about doing the right things, the things that truly matter, with the highest quality of attention. It's about getting into that flow state where time seems to disappear, and you're fully immersed and highly effective. Music becomes gentle and reflective, with natural sounds subtly mixed in. And finally, we arrive at habit number 5, which is absolutely crucial for long-term focus and well-being. Practice regular digital detox breaks. In our always-on world, it's incredibly easy to get caught in the endless cycle of digital consumption. Our brains are constantly processing information, and just like any muscle, they need rest to recover and perform optimally. A digital detox isn't about ditching technology forever. It's about intentionally stepping away from screens and digital inputs for a period of time. This could be an hour before bed, an entire afternoon on the weekend, or even a full day. During these detoxes, leave your phone behind, close your laptop, and reconnect with the real world. Go for a walk in nature, read a physical book, engage in a hobby that doesn't involve a screen, spend quality time with loved ones, or simply sit in silence and let your thoughts wander. This allows your mind to decompress, to process things without constant new input, and to truly rest. It's incredibly restorative. You'll find that these breaks not only reduce mental fatigue but also boost your creativity and problem-solving skills. When you return to your devices, you'll often feel refreshed, more grounded, and surprisingly, even more focused. It's like hitting the reset button for your brain, giving it the space it needs to truly breathe and gather its strength. Music swells slightly, becoming more inspiring and hopeful. So there you have it. 5 powerful habits to help you reclaim and protect your focus. From silencing those relentless notifications and using the Pomodoro technique to creating a distraction-free zone scheduling, deep work, and taking regular digital detoxes, each of these habits is a step towards a more focused, productive, and ultimately more fulfilling life. Remember, focus isn't just about getting things done. It's about freeing up your mental space to truly engage with the world, to learn, to create, and to connect deeply. It's about taking back control of your most valuable resource, your attention, because truly, focus is freedom. It's the freedom to choose where your mind goes rather than letting external distractions dictate it. So, start implementing these habits today, even just one at a time, and watch how your world transforms. Protecting your attention isn't just a good idea. It's essential for your future, for your success, and for your well-being. Thank you so much for watching today. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with someone who could use a focus boost, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on our weekly focus and productivity tips. Stay focused, stay awesome, and I'll catch you in the next video. Music fades out completely. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Ever feel like life's throwing curveballs you just can't catch? We all do. There are moments when it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and navigating those strong emotions can feel incredibly overwhelming. But here's a powerful truth: strong emotions don't mean weakness. In fact, understanding and working with them is a sign of incredible strength. Today, we're diving deep into how to build that inner power, that incredible ability to bounce back, often called emotional resilience. It's not about avoiding feelings. It's about learning to ride the waves. We've got 5 transformative habits that will help you not just survive, but truly thrive when life hits hard. Let's get into it and start building that unshakable foundation within you. Alright, let's kick things off with our very first habit, and it's a game changer. Name your emotions. Think about it. When you can clearly identify what you're feeling, whether it's frustration, sadness, anxiety, or even excitement, it immediately reduces its grip on you. It's like shining a spotlight on something scary hiding in the dark. Once you see it, it loses some of its power. Instead of saying, "I feel bad," try to be more specific. Is it anger? Disappointment? Overwhelm? Just the act of labeling it, putting a word to that swirling sensation, creates a tiny bit of distance. This distance gives you space to observe the emotion rather than being completely consumed by it. It's not about judging your feelings as good or bad. It's about acknowledging them for what they are. This practice is incredibly empowering because it moves you from being a victim of your emotions to becoming an observer and ultimately a manager of them. Start today by simply asking yourself throughout the day, what am I feeling right now? And then try to name it as precisely as you can. You'll be amazed at the clarity this brings. Moving on to habit number 2, and this one is deceptively simple, but incredibly effective. Breathe before reacting. How many times have we blurted out something we immediately regretted or reacted impulsively to a situation, only to wish we could take it back? In those heated emotional moments, our primitive brain often takes over, pushing us to fight, freeze. But by consciously taking a moment, just a single deep breath, you can create a tiny but powerful pause. This pause is your superpower. It allows your rational brain a chance to catch up. When you feel that surge of emotion, anger, frustration, fear, instead of responding instantly, take a slow, deep inhale through your nose, hold this for a few seconds, and then slowly exhale through your mouth. Do it once, twice, maybe even 3 times. This simple act of breathing calms your nervous system, reduces the intensity of the emotion, and gives you a precious window to choose your response rather than just reacting. That small moment of reflection can prevent a lot of regret and lead to much more thoughtful and constructive outcomes. Practice this throughout your day, not just when you're upset, and it will become a natural part of your emotional toolkit. Now for our third vital habit. Accept what you feel. This might sound counterintuitive, especially when some feelings are uncomfortable or painful. But here's the truth. Emotions aren't problems to be fixed or suppressed. They are incredibly valuable signals. Imagine your body's check engine light coming on. You wouldn't just cover it up and pretend it's not there, right? You'd want to know what it's telling you. Emotions are the same. Sadness might be signaling a loss that needs grieving. Anger might be telling you a boundary has been crossed. Anxiety might be pointing to an unaddressed worry. When we resist or fight our emotions, we often make them stronger and more persistent. Acceptance doesn't mean you like the feeling or that you're going to dwell in it forever. It simply means acknowledging its presence without judgment. It's saying, okay, I'm feeling really frustrated right now, and that's okay. What is this feeling trying to tell me? This radical acceptance allows the emotion to move through you naturally, rather than getting stuck. It creates a space for healing and understanding, paving the way for you to address the underlying cause constructively. Allow yourself to feel, and you allow yourself to heal. Alright, on to habit number 4, which highlights our fundamental human need for connection. Talk to someone you trust, Sometimes when we're struggling, it feels like we're the only ones, or that our problems are too big or too embarrassing to share. But isolating ourselves when we're hurting only amplifies the pain. Sharing your feelings, truly opening up to a trusted friend, family member, or even a therapist, is an incredibly powerful act of resilience. It's like taking a heavy burden you've been carrying alone and sharing the load. When you articulate what's going on inside, it not only helps you process your thoughts and emotions, but it also creates a sense of validation and understanding. That feeling of being seen and heard can be profoundly healing. It reminds you that you're not alone in your struggles and that there are people who care about you. Connection literally builds resilience because it provides a support network, diverse perspectives, and often, practical help. Choose someone who listens without judgment, someone who makes you feel safe. Don't underestimate the power of a heart-to-heart conversation when you're navigating tough emotional waters. It's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. It's a profound display of strength and self-awareness. And finally, our fifth and perhaps most crucial habit, practice self-compassion. In a world that often demands perfection and pushes us to be relentlessly self-critical, being kind to yourself can feel revolutionary. But here's the thing. You are doing the best you can with the resources and understanding you have in any given moment. Life is tough, and we all make mistakes, stumble, and fall short sometimes. Instead of beating yourself up for every perceived flaw or failure, treat yourself with the same warmth, understanding, and encouragement you would offer a dear friend. When you're facing a challenge or feeling down, instead of harsh self-talk, try to offer yourself words of comfort. This is really hard right now, and it's okay to feel this way, or I'm doing my best, and that's enough. Self-compassion isn't about letting yourself off the hook. It's about acknowledging your humanity, recognizing that suffering is a part of life, and responding to your own pain with kindness. It's about being your own best advocate, your own biggest cheerleader. This inner kindness builds a powerful emotional reservoir that helps you navigate difficulties with greater ease and self-acceptance. Remember, you deserve your own kindness, especially when you need it most. So there you have it, 5 incredibly powerful habits to build your emotional resilience. Remember, emotional resilience isn't about being tough and never showing emotion. Quite the opposite. It's about feeling deeply, acknowledging your full range of human experience, and then having the tools and internal strength to rise stronger from whatever life throws your way. It's about being true to yourself and your feelings and using them as guides rather than roadblocks. You've got this incredible capacity within you. By practicing these habits, you're not just surviving. You're truly learning to thrive. Thank you so much for joining me today and investing in your own emotional well-being. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up. Share it with someone who might need to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe for weekly mindset and emotional strength tips that will help you grow stronger every single day. We're building a community of resilient individuals here, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. See you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're anything like me, you've probably started a new habit with all the best intentions, felt super motivated, and then? Well, life happens and you fall off track. It's a tale as old as time, right? You start strong, full of enthusiasm, ready to conquer the world, only to find yourself back at square one a few days or weeks later. We've all been there, and trust me, it's not your fault. Building lasting habits can feel like a superpower, but it's totally learnable. Today, we're going to fix that frustrating cycle. I'm going to share 5 incredibly powerful, scientifically backed rules that aren't just theoretical. They actually work in the real world. These aren't just quick fixes. These are foundational principles that will help you build consistency and truly integrate those positive changes into your life. So, if you're ready to transform your daily routines and finally make those habits stick, grab a notepad because you won't want to miss these. Alright, let's dive straight into rule number 1. Start tiny. This might sound counterintuitive, especially when you're feeling pumped up and ready to make big changes. But here's the truth. A habit that feels too big, too overwhelming, or too challenging will almost certainly break. Think about it. If you decide you're going to run 5 miles every single day after not having run at all, your body and mind are going to rebel. But a habit that's ridiculously, almost laughably small has a much higher chance of sticking around. We're talking about making it so easy you can't say no. Instead of running 5 miles, maybe you just put on your running shoes for 2 minutes, or even just walk to the mailbox and back. Instead of writing an entire chapter, you write one single sentence. Instead of doing 50 push-ups, you do 1. The goal here isn't to achieve massive results on day 1. It's to show up consistently. It's about building that identity of being a person who exercises, a person who writes, a person who reads. Once you've mastered showing up, you can gradually increase the intensity or duration. Remember, consistency beats intensity every single time. Small steps lead to big journeys. Now for rule number 2, make it obvious. Our environment plays a huge, often underestimated role in shaping our behaviors. If your habit is hidden away, out of sight and out of mind, you're far less likely to remember to do it, let alone actually do it. So let's reverse that. Place your desired habit directly in your plain sight. Want to read more? Leave that book on your pillow or right next to your coffee maker so it's the first thing you see when you wake up. Trying to drink more water? Keep a full water bottle on your desk, always within arm's reach. Planning to hit the gym? Lay out your gym clothes the night before, right by your bedroom door. Think of it like setting up visual cues or nudges that prompt you into action. When the path to your desired behavior is clear and unobstructed, your brain has to expend less energy making a decision, and you're much more likely to follow through. Our brains love efficiency, so make it easy for yourself to choose the good habits. Moving on to rule number 3, which is incredibly powerful. Stack it with another habit. This strategy leverages something called habit stacking, and is brilliant because it taps into your existing routines. Instead of trying to create a new slot in your already busy day, you simply attach your new habit to something you already do consistently. The formula is simple. After current habit, I will new habit. For example, if you want to start meditating, you could decide, after I brush my teeth in the morning, I will meditate for 2 minutes. Or if you want to journal more, you might say, after I finish my morning coffee, I will write 1 sentence in my journal. You're essentially using a strong, established habit as a trigger for your new, fragile one. This eliminates the need for willpower or remembering to do something new because the trigger is already baked into your daily life. It creates a natural flow, making the new habit feel less like an obligation and more like a natural progression of your day. It's like building a little habit train. Rule number 4 is all about motivation and improvement. Track your progress. What gets measured truly does get improved. When you track your habits, you gain a clear visual representation of your consistency and progress. This isn't just about accountability. It's a massive psychological booster. Seeing those check marks accumulate on a habit tracker app or filling in squares on a calendar provides immediate tangible evidence that you're showing up and putting in the work. This visual feedback loop is incredibly motivating. It creates a powerful sense of accomplishment and reinforces the positive identity you're trying to build. Did you miss a day? No problem. The tracker also helps you identify patterns and learn from setbacks, allowing you to adjust your strategy. Don't beat yourself up. Just get back on track the next day. The goal is not perfection, but consistent effort. Plus, it just feels good to see that streak growing longer and longer, doesn't it? It's like collecting little wins every day. And finally, rule number 5, and this one is often overlooked but absolutely critical. Reward yourself immediately. Our brains are wired for instant gratification, and if we want a habit to stick, we need to make it feel good. Positive emotion is the glue that locks in behavior. When you complete your new habit, even a tiny one, give yourself an immediate small reward. This isn't about grand gestures. It's about reinforcing the action with a pleasant feeling. Maybe it's enjoying your favorite cup of tea right after meditating, listening to one song you love after doing your 1 push-up, or even just taking a moment to genuinely acknowledge your effort and say, "Good job, me." The key is that the reward needs to happen right after the habit, so your brain associates the positive feeling directly with the action. This creates a powerful feedback loop that makes your brain want to repeat the behavior in the future. Don't wait for big results to celebrate. Celebrate the consistent effort that leads to those results. There you have it. 5 simple, yet incredibly effective rules to help you build habits that actually stick. Remember, your habits aren't just things you do. They actively build your identity and shape your future. Start tiny, make it obvious, stack it, track it, and reward yourself. These principles will empower you to create lasting positive change in your life. You've got this. Every small step forward is a victory. If you found these tips helpful and you're ready to start transforming your habits, please hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the channel for more weekly habit-building tips and personal growth strategies. I'm here to help you on your journey to becoming. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever found yourself staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., mind buzzing with 1,000 thoughts, or if you constantly feel overwhelmed by decisions, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. That relentless internal chatter? That's overthinking, and it's a huge energy drain. It's that invisible force that creates stress, whips up confusion, and often leads to painful delays in getting things done or even starting something new. We've all been there, trust me. But here's the good news. You don't have to stay stuck in that cycle. Today we're going to tackle this head-on. We're diving into 5 powerful game-changing mental clarity techniques that will help you calm that internal storm, quiet the noise, and reclaim your peace of mind. Get ready to shift from chaos to calm, because by the end of this video, you'll have practical tools to start clearing your mental space and embracing a more focused, joyful life. Let's get into it. Alright, let's kick things off with our first technique, and it's a classic for a reason. Write it out. Seriously, grab a pen and paper or open a blank document on your computer. When your mind is overflowing with thoughts, worries, ideas, to-do lists, anxieties, it can feel like a tangled mess of spaghetti up there. Putting those thoughts onto paper or typing them out is like giving your brain a much-needed spring clean. It transforms abstract, swirling anxieties into concrete, manageable words. Think of your mind as a busy desk. When it's cluttered, you can't find anything. But when you start pulling out each item, examining it, and deciding where it goes, suddenly everything becomes clear. This isn't about perfectly structured sentences or brilliant prose. It's about externalizing that internal monologue. Just let everything flow out without judgment. Don't worry about grammar or spelling. Don't even worry if it makes sense to anyone else. This is purely for you. You might even find connections or solutions you hadn't noticed before, simply by seeing your thoughts laid out in front of you. This process clears the mental clutter, making space for new, more productive thoughts. It's incredibly therapeutic and surprisingly effective. Give it a try next time you feel overwhelmed, and you'll be amazed at how much lighter you feel. Moving on to technique number 2, and this one is a bit more active. Ask yourself, is this thought useful? This is a powerful filter for your mental chatter. Our brains are constantly generating thoughts, and honestly, not all of them are serving us well. Many are repetitive, hypothetical, or simply unhelpful. When a thought pops into your head, especially one that's causing you stress or worry, pause for a moment and genuinely ask, is this thought useful to me right now? If the answer is yes, if it helps you solve a problem, learn something new, or move towards a goal, then great, engage with it. But if the answer is no, if it's a rehash of an old worry, a judgment about something you can't change, or a catastrophic prediction about the future, then consciously decide to let it go. Imagine a bouncer at the door of your mind. If a thought tries to get in and it's not useful, the bouncer politely but firmly says, "Nope, not tonight." This isn't about suppressing thoughts, which can backfire. It's about acknowledging them, assessing their value, and then consciously redirecting your attention. It's about exercising your mental muscle to choose where your focus goes rather than letting every random thought hijack your attention. Over time, you'll get better at quickly identifying and dismissing unhelpful thoughts, freeing up your mental energy for what truly matters. Alright, let's talk about technique number 3. And this one is fantastic for those of us who tend to get stuck in analysis paralysis. Set a time limit for thinking. How many times have you spent hours, or even days, agonizing over a decision that ultimately wasn't that big of a deal? Overthinking loves to create endless loops, making us believe that if we just think a little bit longer, we'll find the perfect answer. But perfection is often the enemy of good, and certainly the enemy of action. This technique is about giving your brain a dedicated window to think, analyze, and deliberate, and then, crucially, making a decision and moving forward. For example, if you're stuck on a minor decision, set a timer for 10 minutes. During those 10 minutes, think as deeply as you need to. Consider the pros and cons, explore different options, and visualize outcomes. But once that timer goes off, it's decision time. Even if it's not the absolute perfect decision, commit to it and act. For bigger decisions, you might allocate 30 minutes or even an hour, but the principle remains the same. Define the thinking period and then transition to action. This prevents endless rumination and forces you to trust your judgment. It teaches your brain that while thinking is valuable, action is ultimately what drives progress. You'll be surprised how often your good enough decision turns out to be perfectly fine and how much mental energy you save by not overthinking it indefinitely. Now for technique number 4. A fundamental shift in perspective that can bring immense peace. Focus only on what you can control. This is a big one, because so much of our overthinking is spent worrying about things completely outside of our influence. Think about it. The weather, other people's opinions, past mistakes, future uncertainties. These are all things we often agonize over, yet have zero control to change. This technique asks you to draw a clear line in the sand. On one side are things you can directly influence through your actions, attitudes, or choices. On the other side are things you simply cannot, the stuff you can't control. That's just noise. It's static that clutters your mental airwaves. When you catch yourself worrying about something, ask, can I do anything about this right now? If the answer is yes, then channel your energy into taking that action. If the answer is no, then practice the radical acceptance of letting it go. This doesn't mean you don't care about the world or aren't prepared for challenges. It means you strategically deploy your mental resources to where they can actually make a difference. It's about being proactive and strategic, rather than reactive and anxious. By consciously directing your focus to your sphere of influence, you reclaim your power and prevent your mind from being hijacked by unproductive worries. This simple shift can dramatically reduce stress and increase your sense of agency. And finally, we arrive at technique number 5, a classic for a reason and incredibly powerful. Practice mindful breathing. This isn't just some airy-fairy concept. It's a physiological hack for your nervous system. When we're overthinking, our minds are racing, often leading to shallow, rapid breathing, a sign that our fight or flight response is subtly activated. Mindful breathing is the antidote. It brings you immediately into the present moment, anchoring your awareness away from the swirling thoughts and onto something tangible, the sensation of your breath. You don't need to be a meditation guru to do this. Simply find a quiet moment, close your eyes if you like, and bring your attention to your breath. Notice the air as it enters your nostrils, fills your lungs, and then gently leaves your body. Feel your chest rise and fall. Don't try to change your breath, just observe it. If your mind wanders, and it will, that's perfectly normal, gently guide it back to your breath. Even just a few minutes of this can significantly calm your nervous system, slow down your heart rate, and create a sense of spaciousness in your mind. Your breath is always with you, always accessible, and always a pathway back to calm. It's a powerful tool to interrupt cycles of overthinking and bring immediate peace when you feel overwhelmed. Incorporate short mindful breathing breaks into your day, and you'll notice a profound difference in your overall mental clarity and resilience. So there you have it, 5 incredibly effective techniques to help you quiet the noise and reclaim your mental peace. Remember, overthinking isn't some permanent flaw. It's often just a habit we've developed. But here's the really exciting part. Clarity is also a habit. You have the power to choose which habit you want to cultivate. By consciously applying these techniques, writing it out, asking if a thought is useful, setting thinking time limits, focusing on what you control, and practicing mindful breathing, you are actively choosing peace, focus, and a clearer life. It takes practice, just like any new skill, but every small step makes a difference. Thank you so much for joining me today and investing in your mental well-being. If you found these tips helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe for weekly mindset shifts, clarity tips, and strategies to live your most intentional life. Let me know in the comments below which technique you're going to try first, or if you have any other tips for managing overthinking. I love hearing from you all. Until next time, stay clear, stay calm, and keep shining. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever found yourself scrolling through endless feeds, feeling a little stuck, maybe even calling yourself lazy, then this video is for you. We've all been there, right? That moment when you know you should be doing something, but the motivation just isn't showing up to the party. You're not broken. You're not inherently lazy. You're just stuck in a pattern, and guess what? We can absolutely break free from it. Today, we're diving into 5 powerful mindset shifts that will help you overcome that feeling of being unmotivated and truly get things done. Let's kick things off with our very first shift, and this one is a game changer. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. Think about it. How often do we wait to feel motivated before we start a task? We tell ourselves, oh, I'll clean the house once I feel like it, or I'll start that project when I'm super excited about it. But here's the secret. Motivation often follows action. It's like pushing a car. It's hard to get it moving from a dead stop, but once it rolls a little, it becomes easier and easier to keep it going. So, instead of waiting for inspiration to strike like a bolt of lightning, just take that first tiny step. Even if you're groaning inwardly, just start. Open that document, wash that one dish, tie on those running shoes. You'll often find that once you get a little momentum, the motivation magically appears. It's about building a habit of initiating, not procrastinating until the perfect feeling arrives. This shift alone can revolutionize how you approach your day, transforming you from a passive waiter into an active doer. Moving on to our second crucial shift. Stop waiting for the perfect mood. This ties in closely with our first point. We often believe that we need to be in an optimal state of mind, happy, energetic, inspired, to be productive. But let's be real, life isn't a constant parade of perfect moods. There will be days when you're tired, distracted, or just plain not in the mood. And that's okay. The key is to understand that progress doesn't need permission from your emotions. You don't need to feel fantastic to get things done. In fact, sometimes pushing through a task even when you're not feeling it can actually improve your mood. Think about the satisfaction of ticking something off your list, even if you started it reluctantly. That sense of accomplishment is a huge mood booster. So, next time you're facing a task and your mood is saying, "Nah, not today," gently remind yourself that your feelings are valid, but they don't have to dictate your actions. Show up, do the work, regardless of how you feel. You'll build resilience and get more done than you ever thought possible. Alright, let's talk about shift number 3. And this one is all about tackling overwhelming tasks. Focus on the first step. When we look at a big goal or a massive project, it can feel like staring up at a towering mountain. It's so high, so daunting, that we don't even know where to begin, and that feeling of overwhelm often leads to paralysis. Our brain, in an attempt to protect us from discomfort, might just shut down and say, "Let's just watch another episode instead." But what if you stopped thinking about the entire mountain and just focused on taking the very first step? Instead of, "I need to write a whole report," think, "I need to open a blank document." Instead of, "I need to clean the entire house," think, "I need to put away this one item." Break down your tasks into the smallest, most manageable first action. Once you've taken that tiny step, the next one often becomes clearer, and before you know it, you're halfway up the mountain without even realizing it. This method builds momentum and makes those intimidating goals feel much more approachable and achievable. Now for shift number 4, and this is a big one that challenges conventional wisdom. Redefine productivity. In our hustle culture, there's often this unspoken pressure to always be doing more, to fill every minute of every day with activity, to chase after an endless to-do list. But true productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. It's about effectiveness, not just efficiency. Think about it. Are you truly productive if you re busy all day but working on things that don't align with your goals or values? Sometimes, being productive means saying no to extra commitments, or taking a break to recharge, or dedicating focused time to just one important task. It's about intentionality. Identify the tasks that genuinely move the needle for you, the ones that contribute to your long-term vision, and then prioritize those. Turn off distractions, put your phone away, and give those key tasks your full undivided attention. You'll find that by doing less but focusing more on what truly counts, you'll accomplish more meaningful work and feel far more satisfied at the end of the day. And finally, our fifth and perhaps most compassionate shift: forgive yourself and restart. We all have those days, or even weeks, where we fall off track. We miss a workout, we procrastinate on a deadline, we indulge in too much screen time. It's easy in those moments to beat ourselves up, to label ourselves as failures, and to spiral into a deeper sense of demotivation. But here's the truth: laziness isn't failure. It's feedback. It's a signal, maybe that you're tired or overwhelmed or lacking clarity. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, treat it as an opportunity to learn. What led to that moment? What can you adjust for next time? And then, importantly, forgive yourself. You are human. You are not perfect. Everyone stumbles. The most successful people aren't the ones who never make mistakes. They're the ones who learn from them, dust themselves off, and bravely choose to restart. Don't let one bad day or one missed task derail your entire journey. Acknowledge it, learn from it, let it go, and commit to starting fresh. Every new moment is an opportunity to begin again with renewed purpose and self-compassion. So there you have it. 5 powerful mindset shifts to help you overcome that feeling of being stuck. Remember, you're not lazy, you're human. And feeling unmotivated sometimes is a perfectly normal part of the human experience. The magic happens when we understand that we have the power to shift our perspective and take action, even when it feels difficult. Laziness often fades when purpose rises, and every single day is a fresh opportunity to connect with that purpose. Start small, take that first tiny step, and just keep going. You've got this. Thank you so much for watching today. If these tips resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need a little boost. And don't forget to subscribe for weekly mindset and motivation tips right here on the channel. Your support means the world. Until next time, stay motivated and keep shining. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever felt that crushing weight of needing approval, like you're constantly walking on eggshells trying to please everyone else, then this video is for you. We've all been there, haven't we? That feeling of being trapped by what other people might think, letting their potential judgments dictate our choices, our dreams, even our happiness. It's like we're living our lives as extras in someone else's movie, instead of being the star of our own. But here's the powerful truth. You absolutely cannot live your most authentic, vibrant, and fulfilling life if you're always chasing approval from others. It's an impossible game to win, because opinions are fleeting, and what makes one person happy might disappoint another. Today, we're diving deep into 5 transformative mindset shifts that will empower you to finally stop caring what others think, reclaim your personal power, and start living on your own terms. So let's jump right in and unlock that freedom. Alright, let's kick things off with our very first mindset shift, and it is a big one. Most people aren't actually watching you as closely as you think. Seriously. We often walk around with this spotlight effect in our heads, convinced that everyone is analyzing our every move, our outfit, our words, our mistakes. But here's the reality check. The vast majority of people are far too busy thinking about themselves. They're caught up in their own worries, their own to-do lists, their own insecurities, their own dreams, just like you are. Think about it. When you're out and about, how much attention do you really pay to every single person you pass? Probably not much beyond a fleeting glance, right? You're usually focused on your destination, your thoughts, your phone. The same goes for almost everyone else. They might notice something for a second, but then their minds quickly move on to their own internal monologue. So that perceived intense scrutiny? Most of the time, it's a projection of your own self-consciousness. Understanding this can be incredibly liberating. It means you have so much more freedom to experiment, to fail, to try new things, to be imperfect, without the constant fear of a judgmental audience. Because in truth, that audience is mostly just an echo in your own mind. Release that pressure, because the spotlight you imagine is usually only in your head. Moving on to our second powerful shift. Opinions change, but your values don't. This is a crucial distinction that can anchor you when the winds of external judgment start blowing. Other people's opinions are like the weather, constantly shifting. One day, they might love what you do, the next they might criticize it. Trends come and go. Social norms evolve. What's celebrated today might be forgotten tomorrow. If you build your sense of self-worth and direction solely on the shifting sands of others' opinions, you'll constantly be tossed around, feeling unstable and unsure. But here's what's stable: your core values. These are the fundamental beliefs and principles that guide your life, your deepest truths, what truly matters to you. Is it kindness, integrity, creativity, family, contribution, freedom, growth? When you understand and live by your values, their power becomes your internal compass. When someone offers an opinion that contradicts your values, it becomes easier to recognize it as just that, an opinion, not a reflection of your intrinsic worth. You can acknowledge it, perhaps even learn from it if it resonates, but you don't have to let it derail you. You can stay rooted. So, take some time to really identify your core values, write them down. Meditate on them. Let them be your North Star, guiding your decisions and actions, regardless of what the external noise might be saying. Because, while opinions are fleeting, your values provide an unshakable foundation for who you are. Alright, let's dive into our third mindset shift, and this one is pure gold. You're not for everyone, and guess what? That is absolutely okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's a beautiful, essential part of being authentically you. For so long, many of us are conditioned to believe we need to be universally liked, universally accepted. We try to mold ourselves into what we think others want us to be, hoping to fit into every social circle, every expectation. But this pursuit of universal appeal is not only exhausting, it's impossible, and it dilutes your true essence. When you try to be everything to everyone, you end up being nothing truly unique to anyone, including yourself. The truth is, some people just won't resonate with your personality, your humor, your passions, or your perspectives, and that's perfectly fine. They're not your people. Authenticity, on the other hand, acts like a magnet. When you show up as your true, unvarnished self, you automatically attract the *right* people into your life, those who genuinely appreciate and connect with who you are, flaws and all. These are the people who will celebrate your successes, support you through challenges, and genuinely understand you. They're your tribe. So, stop trying to shrink yourself to fit into spaces where you don't belong. Embrace your quirks, your unique way of seeing the world, your passions that might seem odd to others. The people who matter will love you for exactly who you are, and those who don't are simply making space for the right ones to come in. There's incredible power and peace in accepting that you are not for everyone, and knowing that your authentic self is more than enough for the people who truly matter. Now for our fourth powerful mindset shift. Criticism isn't truth, it's perspective. This one is vital for navigating the world, especially in an age where feedback, both solicited and unsolicited, is constantly thrown our way. It is so easy to let a harsh comment or a negative opinion feel like an objective fact about who you are or what you're redoing. But let's reframe that. When someone criticizes you, they are offering their interpretation, their viewpoint, their experience, filtered through their own biases, values, and past. It's a perspective, not a universal truth etched in stone. Does that mean all criticism is worthless? Absolutely not. There's often valuable insight to be gained. The trick is to learn how to discern. Ask yourself, is this criticism constructive? Is it coming from a place of genuine care or expertise? Does it align with my own values or goals? If it does, great. Take what resonates, learn from it, adapt, and grow. But if it's purely negative, mean-spirited, or clearly misinformed, then you have every right to dismiss it. You don't have to internalize every piece of feedback as a personal failing. Think of it like this. If someone tells you the sky is green, even if they say it with conviction, you know it's blue. Their opinion doesn't change the sky's true color. Similarly, someone's critical perspective on you doesn't automatically change your inherent worth or ability. Understand that criticism often says more about the giver than the receiver. So listen with an open mind, but process with a strong filter. Learn from what serves you, and confidently let go of what doesn't. Don't let someone else's perspective define your reality. And finally, our fifth and perhaps most empowering mindset shift. Live for your future self, not for their approval. This is the ultimate liberation. Imagine your future self, say, 5, 10, even 20 years from now. What kind of person do you want to be? What kind of life do you want to have lived? What accomplishments do you want to look back on with pride? What regrets do you want to minimize? When you make decisions from this future-oriented perspective, the fleeting opinions of others in the present moment start to lose their grip. Your future self doesn't care about the momentary judgment you might face today for pursuing an unconventional path, or for standing up for what you believe in, or for choosing happiness over popular opinion. Your future self cares that you lived authentically, that you chased your dreams, that you were true to your values, that you built a life of meaning for you. Approval from others is a temporary boost, a fragile foundation. But the deep satisfaction of knowing you built a life that aligns with your highest aspirations and deepest values? That's lasting, unshakable joy. So, before you make a decision based on what others might think, pause. Ask yourself, will my future self thank me for this choice, or will they wish I had been braver, more authentic, more focused on my own path? Let your long-term vision and your commitment to your future self be the ultimate arbiter of your actions. Because ultimately, you are living this life for you and for the incredible person you are becoming. There you have it. 5 incredibly powerful mindset shifts to help you break free from the shackles of needing approval and start living a life that's truly yours. Remember, freedom doesn't come from external validation. It starts right here in your mind. You don't need anyone's permission to be your wonderful, authentic self. Let go of the noise, tune into your inner wisdom, and step confidently into the person you were always meant to be. If you found these shifts helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you want more weekly tips on building a powerful mindset and unshakable confidence, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Gentle, uplifting music begins. Hey beautiful souls! Welcome back to the channel. Have you ever felt like you're constantly pouring into others, but your own cup feels a little empty? Or maybe you just hear that little voice inside telling you you're not quite good enough. Well, I'm here to tell you something incredibly important. You deserve your own love. This isn't about being selfish. It's about survival. It's about building a foundation of strength and joy within yourself so you can truly thrive. Today, we're diving deep into 5 transformative daily practices that will help you build an unshakable relationship with the most important person in your life, you. Get ready to shift your perspective and unlock a new level of self-acceptance and happiness. Let's jump right in. Music softens slightly. Our first practice, and arguably one of the most powerful, is to speak kindly to yourself. Think about it. If a friend spoke to you the way you sometimes speak to yourself, would you keep them around? Probably not. Our inner voice is incredibly influential. It's the narrator of our lives, constantly shaping our beliefs, our mood, and our reality. If that voice is constantly critical, negative, or dismissive, it chips away at our confidence and self-worth. So, how do we change it? It starts with awareness. Catch those negative thoughts as they arise. Don't judge them, just notice them. Then, consciously reframe them. Instead of, I always mess things up, try, I'm learning, and it's okay to make mistakes. Instead of, I'm not good enough, try, I am a work in progress, and I am worthy of love and success. This isn't about ignoring challenges. It's about approaching them with compassion and encouragement, not self-criticism. Try starting your day with a simple affirmation in the mirror. Look yourself in the eyes and say something positive, like, I am capable, or I am resilient. Over time, this consistent practice of gentle self-talk will literally rewire your brain, building a kinder, more supportive inner world. Remember, your inner voice isn't just listening, it's believing. Make sure it's hearing good things. Music subtly shifts, maintaining an encouraging tone. Moving on to our second essential practice, setting boundaries without guilt. This one can be tough, right? We're often conditioned to be people pleasers, to say yes, even when our hearts and minds scream no. But here's the truth. Saying no is not a rejection of others. It's an act of self-respect. It's a way of protecting your energy, your time, and your mental well-being. Think about your personal boundaries like the fence around your garden. You wouldn't let just anyone trample your plants, would you? Your energy and peace are just as precious. Setting boundaries means communicating your limits clearly and calmly. It might sound like, I appreciate the invitation, but I won't be able to make it. Or, I can help with that, but I'll need to do it later in the week. You don't always need an elaborate excuse, just a clear, kind statement. The guilt often comes from fear of disappointing others, fear of conflict, fear of being perceived as selfish. But remember, when you constantly overextend yourself, you eventually burn out, becoming less effective for everyone, including yourself. By honoring your own needs, you teach others how to respect you, and you create space for the things that truly nourish you. It's not about pushing people away. It's about inviting them to respect your sacred space. Practicing this empowers you and allows you to show up as your best self for those who truly matter. Music brightens slightly. Our third practice is all about celebrating your wins, big or small. We live in a world that often emphasizes what we haven't achieved yet, or what we need to improve. While growth is important, it's equally vital to acknowledge how far you've come and what you have accomplished. Think about how easily we celebrate our friends' successes, but how quickly we dismiss our own. Oh, it was nothing, or anyone could have done that. Stop right there. You are worth the recognition. Did you finish a tough workout? Celebrate it. Did you finally organize that cluttered drawer? High-five yourself. Did you get through a challenging day with grace? That's a huge win. These celebrations don't have to be grand gestures. They can be a quiet moment of gratitude, a mental pat on the back, or even sharing your achievement with a trusted friend. The point is to acknowledge your effort, your progress, and your resilience. When you celebrate your wins, you reinforce positive self-belief, boost your motivation, and build a stronger sense of self-efficacy. You're training your brain to see your capabilities, not just your perceived shortcomings. Keep a win journal where you jot down all your daily achievements, no matter how tiny. You'll be amazed at how quickly your perspective shifts when you start actively looking for reasons to celebrate yourself. You are putting in the work, and you absolutely deserve to feel good about it. Music becomes more gentle and flowing. Now for our fourth practice, which is deeply foundational. Take care of your body. Our bodies are our temples, our vehicles for experiencing life, and they deserve our respect and kindness. Self-love isn't just mental, it's physical too. Nourishing your body through movement, rest, and wholesome food are not chores. They are profound acts of love. Think about it. When you prioritize nutritious meals, you're telling your body, I value your health and energy. When you engage in joyful movement, whether it's dancing, walking, or hitting the gym, you're telling your body, I appreciate your strength and vitality. And when you allow yourself adequate rest and sleep, you're telling your body, I understand your need to repair, restore, and recharge. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to neglect these basic needs, pushing ourselves past our limits. But remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. If your body isn't well, your mind and spirit will suffer. This isn't about striving for perfection or adhering to rigid diets. It's about listening to your body's signals and responding with care. Drink enough water, choose foods that make you feel good, find movement you genuinely enjoy, and prioritize your sleep. These consistent, loving choices create a sense of well-being that radiates throughout your entire life. It's about building a healthy, harmonious relationship with your physical self, understanding that true self-care starts from within. Music becomes reflective and comforting. Finally, our fifth and perhaps most liberating practice, forgive yourself often. We are all human. We make mistakes, we stumble, we sometimes fall short of our own expectations or the expectations of others. It's an inevitable part of being alive and growing. Yet, so many of us carry the heavy burden of past errors, replaying them in our minds and allowing them to define us. Forgiveness isn't about excusing harmful behavior or pretending something didn't happen. It's about releasing yourself from the emotional shackles of regret and self-blame. It is understanding that you are doing your best with the knowledge and tools you have at any given moment. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn, to evolve, and to grow stronger. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I do things differently next time? Then, consciously choose to let go of the self-judgment. Offer yourself the same compassion and understanding you would readily give to a dear friend. Just as a child learns to walk by falling down many times, we learn to navigate life through trial and error. The journey of self-improvement is not about perfection, but about progress. Embrace your imperfections, acknowledge your growth, and trust that you are always evolving into a better version of yourself. Forgiving yourself liberates your energy to focus on the present and build a brighter future. Music swells gently, becoming more inspiring. So there you have it. 5 powerful daily practices to cultivate deep and lasting self-love. Remember, self-love isn't a destination. It's a continuous journey, a daily choice you make to honor, respect, and nurture yourself. It is about building a foundation of strength so you can navigate life's challenges with resilience and embrace its joys with an open heart. You are enough. Always. You are worthy of kindness, compassion, and understanding, especially from yourself. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I truly hope these insights help you on your path to a more loving relationship with yourself. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and don't forget to subscribe for weekly mindset and emotional wellness tips. Your support means the world, and I can't wait to connect with you again soon. Keep choosing love, especially for yourself. Feeling overwhelmed? Drowning in a sea of to-do lists, constant notifications, and the relentless hum of modern life? You're not alone. We often chase after external achievements, thinking they'll bring us lasting happiness, but true inner peace isn't something you stumble upon by accident. It's not a destination you arrive at. It's a sanctuary you build, brick by thoughtful brick, day by intentional day. And the good news is, you already have all the tools within you to start construction. Today, we're going to dive into 5 incredibly powerful, yet surprisingly simple, daily habits that can profoundly ground your mind, quiet the noise, and truly calm your soul. These aren't magic bullets, but consistent practices that, over time, transform your internal landscape. So, if you're ready to reclaim your serenity and cultivate a deeper sense of well-being, stick around. Let's get started on building that inner sanctuary together. First up, and perhaps one of the most transformative, is habit 1, start your day in silence. I know, it sounds almost radical in our always-on world. Many of us wake up and immediately reach for our phones, scrolling through emails, news feeds, or social media before our feet even hit the floor. This habit, while seemingly innocuous, actually floods your brain with information and external demands before you that even had a chance to connect with yourself. Instead, for just 5, 10, or even 15 minutes, resist the urge. No phone, no TV, no immediate conversation, just breath. Find a quiet spot, whether it's by a window, sitting up in bed, or even just in a comfortable chair. Close your eyes, or simply gaze softly. Pay attention to your breath. Feel the air as it enters and leaves your body. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest or abdomen. Don't try to empty your mind. That's an impossible task. Instead, simply observe your thoughts as they flow by, without judgment, like clouds in the sky. If your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your breath. This practice of morning silence acts as a mental cleanse, a gentle recalibration before the day's demands begin. It sets a tone of intentionality and calm, allowing you to respond to the day from a place of inner stillness, rather than reacting from a place of frantic urgency. Think of it as charging your internal battery for peace before you plug into the external world. It builds resilience, reduces stress, and cultivates a sense of centeredness that carries through your entire day. Give it a try tomorrow morning and notice the subtle shift. It's a powerful way to claim your morning and by extension your day. Next, let's talk about habit 2. Spend time in nature. In our concrete jungles and digital bubbles, it's easy to forget that we are fundamentally part of the natural world. Our bodies and minds are wired to connect with living things, with the rhythm of the earth. The constant hum of technology and artificial environments can create a subtle yet persistent stress on our nervous systems. But here's the amazing part. Even 5 minutes spent consciously engaging with nature can work wonders to reset your nervous system, lower your cortisol levels, and lift your spirits. You don't need to embark on an epic wilderness adventure every day. It can be as simple as stepping into your backyard and feeling the grass between your toes, noticing the texture of a leaf on a nearby tree, or simply sitting on a park bench and watching the clouds drift by. Pay attention to the subtle details, the chirping of birds, the scent of damp earth after rain, the way sunlight filters through the leaves. If you can, take off your shoes and walk barefoot on the grass or sand. This practice, often called grounding or earthing, can have profound benefits for reducing inflammation and stress. Just consciously observe, without judgment or distraction. Let your senses fully engage. This isn't about problem solving or planning. It's about simply being present in the natural world. Research has consistently shown that exposure to nature improves mood, reduces rumination, and boosts creativity. It's a powerful antidote to the demands of modern life, offering a sense of perspective and calm that's hard to find indoors. So, make it a point each day to step outside, breathe in the fresh air, and consciously connect with the natural beauty around you. Your mind and body will thank you for it. Moving on to habit 3. Set digital boundaries. Let's be honest, our phones and devices are incredible tools, connecting us to information, loved ones, and opportunities. But they can also be relentless masters, constantly vying for our attention, pulling us into a cycle of comparison, distraction, and often low-grade anxiety. Peace, real, deep peace, truly begins where notifications end. It's about consciously reclaiming your attention and your precious mental space. This isn't about ditching technology entirely. It's about being in control of it, rather than letting it control you. Start by identifying your trigger times, those moments when you instinctively reach for your phone without a specific purpose. Maybe it's first thing in the morning, during meals, right before bed, or even when you're waiting in line. Challenge yourself to create notification-free zones and times. Turn off non-essential notifications. Do you really need a ping every time someone likes your post, or a game wants your attention? Create phone-free hours, especially in the evening. Designate specific times for checking emails and social media, rather than being constantly connected. Consider leaving your phone in another room while you work, eat, or spend time with loved ones. When you consciously put your phone down, notice the initial urge to pick it back up. Then, gently redirect your attention to whatever is right in front of you. Read a book, talk to a person, look out the window, or just sit quietly. By establishing these clear boundaries, you're not just reducing screen time. You're creating vital space for reflection, creativity, and genuine human connection. You're giving your mind a much-needed break from the constant stimulation, allowing it to decompress and return to a more natural, peaceful state. Reclaim your focus, protect your peace, and watch your calm grow. Now for habit 4, and is a truly heartwarming one. Practice gratitude. In a world that often focuses on what's missing, what's wrong, or what we need to achieve next, it's easy to get caught in a cycle of dissatisfaction. Practicing gratitude is a powerful counter-narrative. It intentionally shifts your focus from scarcity and chaos to abundance and clarity. It's not about ignoring challenges. It's about acknowledging the good that still exists, even amidst difficulty. And the wonderful thing is, you don't need grand gestures or huge life events to be grateful for. Gratitude thrives in the small, everyday moments. It could be the warmth of your morning coffee, the comfort of your bed, a sunny patch of sky, a kind word from a colleague, the sound of laughter, or simply the ability to breathe easily. A simple way to integrate this into your day is to keep a gratitude journal. Each evening, or even just during your morning silence, jot down 3 to 5 things you are genuinely grateful for from that day. They don't have to be profound. Consistency is key. Another approach is to simply pause throughout your day and mentally acknowledge something you appreciate. Did a stranger hold the door for you? Did you enjoy a particularly delicious meal? Did you have a moment of unexpected beauty? Take a moment to truly feel the gratitude. Research consistently shows that a regular gratitude practice can significantly boost happiness, reduce feelings of anxiety and depression, improve sleep quality, and even strengthen relationships. It rewires your brain to notice the positive, creating a more optimistic and resilient mindset. It reminds you that even when things are tough, there is always something to be thankful for. It's a powerful practice that transforms your perspective, bringing clarity and calm by highlighting the blessings already present in your life. Finally, let's talk about habit 5, evening reflection. Just as we start our day with intention, it is equally important to end it with a gentle winding down and a moment of thoughtful reflection. Before you drift off to sleep, instead of scrolling through your phone one last time or replaying the day's stresses, take a few quiet minutes to reflect. This isn't about dwelling on mistakes or fueling anxieties. It's about mindful processing and learning. Ask yourself questions like, what did I learn today? What went well, even if it was small? What challenge did I face, and how did I respond? Is there anything I can release or let go of before I sleep? You can do this through journaling, just like with gratitude, or simply by sitting quietly and letting your thoughts flow. This practice allows you to mentally close out the day, putting a gentle bookmark on your experiences without carrying all the baggage into your sleep. It helps to process emotions, celebrate small wins, and identify areas for growth without judgment. This reflective space also prepares your mind for restful sleep by disengaging from the day's demands and shifting into a more peaceful state. It helps to cultivate self-awareness and a deeper understanding of your own patterns and responses. By acknowledging your day, you honor your experience and prepare for a fresh start tomorrow. It's like gently clearing your mental whiteboard before you begin a new project, ensuring a clean slate for restorative sleep and a renewed sense of purpose for the morning. There you have it. 5 simple, yet incredibly powerful daily habits that can profoundly transform your inner world. Building inner peace isn't a destination, it's a practice. It requires consistency, patience, and a genuine commitment to nurturing your well-being. But the rewards, a calmer mind, a lighter heart, and a more resilient spirit, are immeasurable. Each of these habits is a small act of self-care, a deliberate choice to prioritize your mental and emotional health. Start with just one, or try to integrate them all gradually. Remember, small, consistent steps lead to significant, lasting change. Peace is a practice. Build it daily. Protect it fiercely. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If you found these tips helpful, please hit that like button. Share this video with someone who might need a dose of calm. And subscribe to our channel for weekly wisdom, clarity, and peace-building strategies. Let's keep building that beautiful inner sanctuary together. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Ever feel like you're secretly standing in your own way? Like there's an invisible force holding you back from what you truly want? You're definitely not alone. We're talking about something called self-sabotage today, and here's the kicker. It is often so silent and subtle that we don't even realize we're redoing it. But it is incredibly powerful. It creeps into our daily habits, our thought processes, and our decisions, slowly eroding our confidence and keeping us from reaching our full potential. Today, we're going to expose this sneaky behavior, not by shaming it, but by understanding it and dismantling it. We're going to unveil 5 powerful awareness shifts that will help you recognize when you're self-sabotaging and, more importantly, give you the tools to stop it in its tracks. This isn't about fixing something that's broken within you. It's about unlocking the incredible potential that's already there, just waiting to be unleashed. So, let's dive in and start building a more supportive, successful version of yourself, shall we? Alright, let's kick things off with our very first awareness shift. This one is foundational, and it's all about becoming a keen observer of your own life. Shift 1. Notice your patterns. Think about it. Do you find yourself consistently backing out of opportunities at the last minute? Do you start projects with incredible enthusiasm, only to abandon them just before completion? Maybe you always find an excuse why now isn't the right time to pursue that dream, or why you're not quite ready for that next step. Perhaps you always seem to find drama right when things are going smoothly, or you procrastinate on important tasks until the pressure is unbearable. These aren't random occurrences. They're often recurring patterns of self-sabotage. The first step to untangling these patterns is simply to acknowledge them without judgment. It's not about beating yourself up. It's about cultivating a gentle, curious awareness. Start paying attention to your reactions, your excuses, your habits. When do these behaviors tend to show up? Is it when you're close to a breakthrough? When you're feeling overwhelmed? When success feels a little too close for comfort? Journaling can be an incredible tool here. Just jot down what happened, how you felt, and what action you took or didn't take. Over time, you'll start to see themes emerge. This isn't about identifying flaws. It's about identifying opportunities for growth. Awareness is truly the very first, and arguably the most crucial step towards creating lasting change. You can't change what you don't acknowledge, right? So let's become detectives of our own lives and pinpoint those recurring loops. Now, for our second powerful awareness shift, and this one addresses a huge driver of self-sabotage, fear. Shift 2. Separate fear from fact. So much of what holds us back isn't reality. It's our perception of it, filtered through a lens of anxiety and worry. We often catastrophize outcomes, imagining the worst-case scenario with such vivid detail that it feels undeniably real. What if I fail? What if they laugh at me? What if I'm not good enough? These questions, while natural, can spiral into paralyzing narratives that convince us not to even try. Our minds are incredibly powerful storytellers, and sometimes they tell us stories that just aren't true. It's essential to learn how to distinguish between genuine, immediate threats, like a car swerving towards you, and the hypothetical, often exaggerated fears that our minds conjure up. When a fearful thought arises, instead of immediately accepting it as truth, try to pause and ask yourself, is this a fact, or is this a feeling? What evidence do I actually have to support this fear? Is there another, more optimistic or neutral interpretation of this situation? Most of the time, you'll find that the fear is based on assumptions, past experiences, or anxieties about the unknown rather than concrete evidence. Practice grounding yourself. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself that a thought is just a thought, not necessarily reality. By challenging these fearful narratives, you begin to weaken their hold and create space for more empowering beliefs to take root. You're not ignoring potential risks. You're just making sure your imagination isn't dictating your reality. Alright, let's move on to our third game-changing insight. This one is a big one for so many of us who often get stuck in analysis paralysis. Shift 3. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start when I have more time, or I'll launch this project once everything is perfectly organized, or I need to learn just one more thing before I begin? We often create elaborate mental checklists of prerequisites that must be met before we feel ready to take action. The problem? Perfect conditions rarely, if ever, materialize. Life is inherently messy, unpredictable, and imperfect. This constant waiting becomes a subtle form of self-sabotage because it keeps us from ever starting. It's an excuse disguised as preparation. The truth is, the best way to learn, to grow, and to move forward is by actually doing. So, here's the antidote. Start messy, start now, embrace imperfection. Your first attempt at anything doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be a start. Think of it as a first draft. It's okay if it's rough around the edges, if you don't have all the answers, or if your environment isn't ideal. The act of beginning generates momentum, provides invaluable feedback, and builds confidence. You learn as you go, you adapt, and you iterate. Don't let the pursuit of perfection become the enemy of good, or even just good enough to get going. Take that small, imperfect step today, and watch how quickly perfect conditions become less of a requirement and more of an afterthought. Now for our fourth crucial shift, and this one touches on something deeply personal for many of us. Shift 4. Forgive your past self. We all make mistakes. We've all had moments where we wish we'd acted differently, made a better choice, or avoided a particular outcome. And often, we carry the weight of these past actions, using them as evidence that we are somehow fundamentally flawed, incapable, or undeserving of success. This self-blame and past regret can be a powerful engine of self-sabotage, convincing us that there's no point in trying again or that we're destined to repeat our errors. But here is the liberating truth. Your past self was doing the best they could with the resources, knowledge, and emotional capacity they had at that moment. They weren't failing. They were surviving. They were learning. Every past decision, even the ones you regret, contributed to who you are today. And those experiences taught you valuable lessons, even if they were painful ones. Holding on to resentment towards your past self is like dragging a heavy anchor behind you. It prevents you from moving forward with lightness and optimism, so actively practice self-compassion. Acknowledge your past choices without judgment. Understand that you've grown and evolved. Offer forgiveness to that younger, less experienced version of yourself, just as you would a dear friend. Release the burden of past mistakes, not to excuse them, but to free yourself to build a brighter future. You are not defined by your past errors. You are defined by what you choose to do next. And finally, our fifth and perhaps most challenging awareness shift, but also one of the most rewarding. Shift 5. Choose progress over comfort. Our brains are hardwired for comfort and familiarity. It's a survival mechanism. Anything new or challenging is perceived as potentially threatening. This is why growth often feels inherently uncomfortable. Stepping outside your comfort zone, trying something new, facing a fear, or pushing past your perceived limits, these actions trigger a natural resistance. And often, our self-sabotaging behaviors are just clever ways our minds try to pull us back into what feels safe and familiar, even if safe also means stagnant. Recognize that discomfort is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's usually a sign that you're doing something right. It's the feeling of growth, of stretching, of expanding your capabilities. When you feel that urge to retreat, to procrastinate, to make an excuse, or to choose the path of least resistance, that's your cue to consciously choose progress instead. It might be challenging. It might not feel good in the moment. But the long-term rewards of growth, resilience, and achievement far outweigh the temporary satisfaction of staying comfortable. Embrace the awkwardness, the uncertainty, and the effort. Remind yourself that growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone, not in the middle of it. This isn't about constant struggle. It's about intentionally leaning into moments of discomfort, knowing they lead to incredible expansion. So there you have it. 5 powerful awareness shifts to help you conquer self-sabotage and truly step into your potential. Remember, you are not broken. You are simply in the process of becoming, of evolving, of shedding old patterns that no longer serve you. Self-sabotage isn't a life sentence. It's a set of habits that can be unlearned, replaced by conscious choices that empower you. By noticing your patterns, separating fear from fact, stopping the wait for perfection, forgiving your past self, and choosing progress over comfort, you're not just changing your behaviors. You're transforming your entire mindset. This journey takes patience, self-compassion, and consistent effort. But every step you take makes you stronger, wiser, and more aligned with the incredible person you're meant to be. If you found these insights helpful, please hit that like button. Share this video with someone who might need to hear this. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for weekly mindset upgrades and actionable strategies to help you live your most empowered life. I'm so grateful you joined me today, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Keep shining, keep growing. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever felt like you're stuck in a rut, hitting the same wall over and over, or just not reaching your full potential, then today's video is exactly what you need. Think of your mindset as your personal GPS, guiding you through life. If that GPS is outdated or has a glitch, you're probably going to end up in places you don't want to be. So today, we're going to give that internal navigation system a massive upgrade. We're diving deep into 5 powerful beliefs that aren't just feel-good mantras, but genuine game changers designed to fuel your growth, transform your perspective, and ultimately, help you unlock the incredible person you're meant to be. This isn't just about surface-level changes. It's about rewiring your foundational thinking, one belief at a time. Let's get into it. Alright, let's kick things off with our first transformative belief, and this one is monumental. Challenges aren't threats. They're invitations to grow. How often do we encounter a hurdle and immediately our brain screams, danger, retreat, this is too hard. We see obstacles as roadblocks, as signs to turn back, or as proof that we're just not cut out for something. But what if we flip that script entirely? What if every single challenge that pops up in your life, big or small, personal or professional, wasn't something to fear, but something to eagerly embrace? Think about it this way. A sapling doesn't become a mighty oak without enduring storms, right? Those winds and rains don't destroy it. They strengthen its roots, making it more resilient. Similarly, challenges are life's way of strengthening your emotional, mental, and even physical muscles. When you face a difficult situation, whether it's a tough project at work, a personal conflict, or learning a new skill that feels impossible, your brain is actually going into problem-solving mode. It's pushing past its comfort zone, forging new neural pathways. Each time you overcome something tough, you gain a new skill, a new perspective, and a deeper understanding of your own capabilities. You're not just getting through it. You're evolving because of it. So, the next time you see a challenge looming, don't shrink away. Instead, lean in and ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? How can I use this to become stronger, smarter, or more adaptable? It's an invitation to level up. Accept it. Moving on to our second profound belief, and this one is a truth bomb that can free so many of us from the trap of comparison. Effort beats talent when talent doesn't try. We live in a world that often idolizes raw talent. We see someone effortlessly excel at something and think, wow, they were just born with it. And sometimes, subconsciously, we might even use that as an excuse for why we can't achieve something ourselves. I'm just not naturally gifted at math, or I don't have a creative bone in my body. But here's the beautiful, empowering reality. Consistent, dedicated effort can, and often does, outperform innate talent that isn't nurtured or put to use. Imagine two people, one, a naturally gifted musician who rarely practices, and another, someone with average talent who dedicates hours every single day to honing their craft. Who do you think will ultimately achieve more mastery and success? It's almost always the one pouring in the consistent effort. Talent is a fantastic starting point, a gift, but it's just potential. Effort is the key that unlocks that potential and transforms it into skill, expertise, and achievement. It's the grit, the perseverance, the willingness to show up day after day, even when it's difficult or frustrating. It's about putting in the reps, learning from each attempt, and consistently striving for improvement. So don't let the illusion of natural talent intimidate you. If you commit to putting in the work, to showing up and trying, you possess an unstoppable force that can surpass almost any innate ability. Your willingness to try, to fail, and to keep trying is your superpower. Alright, let's talk about something many of us instinctively shy away from, but that is absolutely essential for growth. Our third belief is that feedback isn't criticism. It's fuel for evolution. How many of you dread performance reviews or tense up when someone starts a sentence with, "Can I offer some feedback?" For many of us, feedback feels like an attack, a judgment, or a confirmation of our shortcomings. We internalize it as criticism, which can be hurtful and demotivating. But this perspective is holding us back. Imagine you're trying to build a really complex Lego set, but you don't have the instructions. You might put pieces together, but without guidance, it's hard to make progress. Feedback is like those instructions, or like having a seasoned builder point out where a piece might fit better. It's information. It's data. It's an external perspective that you simply don't have yourself. When someone offers feedback, they're not necessarily saying you're bad or wrong. They're offering insights that can help you refine, improve, and accelerate your development. Think of it as a gift, sometimes wrapped a little awkwardly, sure, but a gift nonetheless. It highlights blind spots you didn't know you had, suggests alternative approaches, or validates what you're doing well so you can double down on it. The key is to shift your mindset from "they're criticizing me" to "they're helping me grow." Ask clarifying questions, seek to understand their perspective, and then decide how to incorporate that fuel into your own growth journey. Embrace feedback because it's precisely how you evolve into a better version of yourself. This next belief is a truly liberating one, especially for those of us who strive for perfection. Our fourth belief is that mistakes aren't shameful. They're essential lessons. Who here hasn't made a mistake and felt that crushing wave of embarrassment, regret, or even shame? We often view mistakes as failures, as proof of our inadequacy, and something to hide or avoid at all costs. But what if we redefine mistakes entirely? What if every single misstep, every stumble, every error was actually a mandatory step on the path to mastery? Think about how a child learns to walk. They fall down hundreds, if not thousands, of times. Each fall isn't a failure, it's a piece of data. They learn about balance, momentum, and gravity. They don't say, "Oh, I fell, I guess I'm just not meant to walk." No, they get back up and try again, incorporating what they learned from that last fall. That's the mindset we need to cultivate as adults. Mistakes are simply opportunities for learning. They show us what doesn't work, illuminate areas for improvement, and challenge our assumptions. They're not signs of weakness. They're proof that you're trying, that you're pushing boundaries, and that you're engaged in the process of learning. If you're not making mistakes, you're probably not taking enough risks or pushing yourself hard enough. So, shed the shame. Analyze your mistakes, extract the valuable lessons, adjust your approach, and then rise stronger, wiser, and more capable than before. Mistakes are your most powerful teachers. And finally, we arrive at our fifth and perhaps most empowering belief. You can learn anything with time and intention. This belief is the ultimate antidote to self-limiting thoughts. How many times have you heard yourself say, or thought to yourself, "I'm just not good at that," or "I could never learn to do X, Y, or Z"? We often put ourselves in mental boxes, convinced that certain skills or areas of knowledge are simply beyond our grasp. But the truth is, the human brain is an incredibly adaptable and powerful learning machine. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections, means that your capacity for learning is not fixed. It's all about the combination of time and intention. Time means consistent effort. It means showing up daily, practicing, studying, and being patient with the process. Learning isn't a race, it's a marathon. Intention means being deliberate and focused. It means setting clear goals, seeking out resources, being curious, and actively engaging with the material or skill you want to acquire. It's about believing in your own capability to grasp new concepts, to develop new talents, and to master new areas. Whether it's a new language, coding, playing an instrument, public speaking, or even just becoming a better communicator, if you commit your time and your focused intention, the pathways in your brain will literally reconfigure to make it happen. There are very few limits to what you can achieve when you wholeheartedly embrace this belief. So, dare to dream big about what you want to learn, and then commit to the journey. So there you have it. 5 powerful beliefs that, when consistently applied, can absolutely transform your outlook and propel you toward incredible growth. Remember, your mindset truly is your map, and by adopting these beliefs, that challenges are invitations, effort trumps raw talent, feedback is fuel, mistakes are lessons, and you can learn anything with time and intention. You essentially upgrading that map to lead you to paths of greater opportunity, resilience, and personal fulfillment. Growth isn't something that just happens to you. It's a deliberate choice you make every single day. So, choose it daily. Believe in your continuous evolution. You've got this. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you found these insights helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for weekly mindset shifts and inspiring content. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, keep growing. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever felt like staying consistent with your goals is a constant uphill battle, you are definitely not alone. We often think of discipline as this rigid, demanding force. But what if I told you it's actually less about being perfect and more about being incredibly prepared? That's right. True discipline is about setting yourself up for success, making the right choices easier and the wrong ones harder. Today, we're diving deep into 5 powerful hacks that will not just boost your willpower, but fundamentally change how you approach consistency. So, if you're ready to transform your daily routines and achieve those big dreams, stick around, because these tips are game changers. Alright, let's jump right into hack number 1. Remove temptation. This might sound super simple, but it's incredibly effective. Think about it. Willpower is like a muscle and it gets tired. Every time you have to resist something, you're expending mental energy. Why waste that precious resource battling temptations when you can just remove them from your environment altogether? Let's say you're trying to eat healthier. If there are cookies and chips staring at you from the pantry every time you open it, you're constantly fighting an internal battle. Instead, clear out those tempting snacks. Donate them, give them away, or simply don't buy them in the first place. The same goes for distractions when you're trying to focus. If your phone is buzzing with notifications while you're trying to work, put it in another room. Close unnecessary tabs on your computer. Create a physical space that supports your goals. If your desk is cluttered and chaotic, you're less likely to feel focused and productive. Take a few minutes to tidy up, put things in their place, and create an inviting workspace. This isn't about being weak, it's about being smart. By strategically removing obstacles, you conserve your willpower for when you truly need it, making it so much easier to stick to your commitments. It's about building an environment that works for you, not against you. Try it, and you'll be amazed at how much easier it becomes to make those positive choices. Moving on to hack number 2. Use visual reminders. Our brains are wired to respond to visual cues. Out of sight, out of mind, right? So, why not turn that on its head and make your goals impossible to ignore? Keep your aspirations right in front of you, literally. This could be as simple as sticky notes strategically placed where you'll see them daily. Maybe a note on your mirror reminding you to drink water, or one on your computer monitor about that important project deadline. Better yet, create a vision board. Gather images and words that represent your goals, whether it's a dream vacation, a fitness milestone, or a career achievement. Hang it somewhere prominent, like your bedroom wall, or even as your desktop background. Regularly seeing these visual representations of what you're working towards can be incredibly motivating. It reinforces your commitment and keeps your why front and center, especially on days when motivation dips. You could also use a physical calendar to mark off days you complete a habit, or even digital apps that have widgets you can display on your phone's home screen. These visual nudges serve as constant, gentle reminders, guiding your actions without requiring conscious effort. They tap into our subconscious desire to align with what we see, helping to solidify your intentions into consistent actions. Alright, let's talk about hack number 3. Automate good habits. This is where discipline starts to feel almost effortless. The idea here is to reduce the decision-making fatigue that often derails our efforts. Think about all the little choices you make every day. Each one drains a tiny bit of your mental energy. By automating good habits, you essentially hardwire them into your routine, making them automatic rather than something you have to actively decide to do each time. How do you do this? One powerful way is through habit stacking. Link a new habit you want to build to an existing habit you already do consistently. For example, if you want to start meditating, you could say, after I brew my morning coffee, I will meditate for 5 minutes. Or, after I brush my teeth at night, I will read 1 chapter of a book. Another fantastic automation strategy is preparing in advance. If you want to eat healthier lunches, prep them on Sunday for the whole week. If you want to exercise in the morning, lay out your workout clothes the night before. This eliminates those early morning decisions and reduces friction. Setting recurring alarms for specific tasks, subscribing to healthy meal kit services, or even having your workout clothes delivered to your door. These are all ways to take the thinking out of the equation. When you automate, you're essentially putting your discipline on autopilot, freeing up your mental energy for more complex tasks and making consistency a natural part of your day. Ready for hack number 4? It's all about tracking your streaks. There's something incredibly powerful and satisfying about seeing tangible progress, and tracking your streaks is a fantastic way to do this. When you visually record your consistent efforts, it builds momentum and creates a positive feedback loop. Each day you stick to a habit, you add another link to your chain, and you become less willing to break that chain. This is where habit trackers, whether digital apps or a simple pen and paper calendar, come into play. Mark off each day you complete your desired action. Seeing that growing line of checkmarks or filled-in squares provides a sense of accomplishment and pride. It transforms an abstract goal into a visible representation of your hard work. Don't underestimate the psychological boost this provides. When you look at your tracker and see a solid 2-week streak of daily exercise, you're much more likely to want to continue that streak than to give up. This isn't just about accountability. It's about celebration. Each completed day is a small win, and accumulating those wins builds tremendous confidence and reinforces the belief that you can achieve your goals. So, get yourself a tracker, start marking those days, and watch your discipline grow with every successful streak. And finally, hack number 5. Rest strategically. This might seem counterintuitive when we talk about discipline, but it's absolutely critical. We often push ourselves to the brink, thinking that more effort always equals better results. But just like any muscle, your willpower and mental capacity need recovery. Trying to maintain peak performance without adequate rest leads to burnout, decreased productivity, and ultimately, a breakdown in discipline. Strategic rest isn't about being lazy. It's about being smart. It involves consciously scheduling downtime, knowing that it's essential for long-term consistency. This could mean ensuring you get enough quality sleep every night. Prioritizing rest allows your brain to consolidate information, recharge, and prepare for the next day's challenges. It also involves taking intentional breaks throughout your day, stepping away from your desk, stretching, going for a short walk, or doing something you genuinely enjoy to de-stress. These micro-rests prevent mental fatigue from building up. Furthermore, strategic rest means understanding that not every day can be 100%. Sometimes, resting might mean taking a day off from your workout if your body truly needs it, or scaling back on a task when you're feeling overwhelmed. Listen to your body and mind. By integrating conscious recovery into your routine, you're not just avoiding burnout. You're building a sustainable foundation for lasting discipline. Remember, even the most disciplined individuals understand the power of a well-rested mind and body. So there you have it. 5 powerful hacks to boost your willpower and supercharge your consistency. Remember, discipline isn't about superhuman strength. It's about designing a system that makes success inevitable. By removing temptation, using visual reminders, automating good habits, tracking your streaks, and resting strategically, you're not just relying on fleeting motivation, you're building a robust framework for lasting change. You're creating an environment where consistency thrives. Start implementing these today, even just one at a time, and watch how your ability to stick to your goals transforms. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with someone who needs a consistency boost, and of course, subscribe to the channel for weekly productivity tips and strategies to help you live your most intentional and fulfilling life. I'd love to hear which of these hacks you're going to try first, so let me know in the comments below. See you in the next video. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever walked into a room and wish you could instantly connect with people, or if you've admired those individuals who just seem to effortlessly draw others in, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Charisma. We often think of charisma as some magical inborn quality, something you either have or you don't. But what if I told you that charisma isn't luck? It's not a genetic lottery you either won or lost. No, charisma is a set of behaviors, a collection of habits that anyone, and I mean anyone, can learn and cultivate. Today, we're diving deep into 5 powerful habits that will make people lean in, listen intently, and genuinely want to connect with you. Get ready to transform your interactions and boost your presence, because by the end of this video, you'll have practical, actionable steps to become more magnetic than ever before. Let's jump right in. Our first habit, and truly the foundation of all charismatic interaction, is simple yet incredibly profound. Be present. In our fast-paced, digitally distracted world, true presence has become a superpower. Think about it. How often are you in a conversation where someone is constantly checking their phone, or their eyes are darting around the room, or you can just tell their mind is a million miles away, already formulating their next response instead of truly listening to yours? It's frustrating, right? And it makes you feel unheard, unimportant. Charisma starts with attention. Undivided, genuine attention. When you are truly present, you are giving someone the incredible gift of your focus. You're not just hearing their words. You're absorbing their tone, noticing their body language, understanding the emotion behind what they're saying. This isn't about being passive. It's about active listening. It's about being fully engaged in the moment, making eye contact that says, I see you, I hear you, and what you're saying matters to me. When you practice this, people don't just feel heard. They feel valued, respected, and incredibly connected to you. It's a rare and beautiful thing in today's world, and it instantly makes you stand out. So, next time you're in a conversation, challenge yourself, put your phone away, clear your mind, and just be there, fully and completely. You'll be amazed at the difference it makes. Moving on to our second habit for boosting your magnetism. Use open body language. Before you even utter a single word, your body is already speaking volumes. Your posture, your gestures, the way you hold yourself, these non-verbal cues communicate so much about your confidence, your approachability, and your willingness to connect. Think about someone who looks closed off, arms crossed, shoulders hunched, eyes downcast. What message are they sending? Probably something like, "Don't bother me," or "I'm not interested." Now, imagine the opposite. Someone standing tall, shoulders relaxed, hands visible, making natural, open gestures. This person instantly projects warmth, confidence, and accessibility. They're literally inviting connection. Open body language isn't just about looking approachable to others. It actually affects how you feel internally. Studies show that adopting a power pose, like standing with your hands on your hips or raising your arms in a V shape, can actually increase your testosterone and decrease your cortisol, making you feel more confident and less stressed. So, next time you're about to enter a social situation, consciously think about your posture. Uncross your arms, relax your shoulders, keep your chin up, and make sure your hands aren't hidden away. Let your body language be an open invitation, signaling to others that you are confident, friendly, and ready to engage. Your posture speaks before you do, so make sure it's saying something positive and inviting. Our third powerful habit for cultivating charisma is to speak with emotion. This isn't about being overly dramatic or theatrical. It's about bringing genuine feeling and enthusiasm into your voice and your expressions when you communicate. We've all been in conversations with someone who speaks in a flat, monotone voice, barely changing their expression. It's incredibly difficult to stay engaged, isn't it? Their words might be perfectly logical, but they lack impact because they lack life. On the other hand, someone who speaks with emotion uses variations in pitch, pace, and volume. Their face lights up when they're passionate, their eyebrows convey curiosity, and their smile radiates warmth. Why is this so crucial for charisma? Because people feel what you feel. Emotions are contagious. When you express genuine enthusiasm, joy, or even thoughtful reflection, you invite others to share in that experience with you. You make your stories more vivid, your opinions more compelling, and your presence more memorable. This means being authentic, allowing your true feelings to shine through in your communication. It's about telling a story with your voice and your face, not just with your words. It makes your interactions richer, deeper, and far more engaging. So, next time you're sharing something, whether it's a story, an idea, or just a simple observation, don't be afraid to let your emotions come through. Let your voice rise and fall, let your eyes sparkle, and let your genuine feelings animate your words. Moving on to our fourth habit, one that is often overlooked but incredibly powerful in building deep connection. Ask meaningful questions. Most people love to talk about themselves, their experiences, and their perspectives. When you ask meaningful questions, you're not just being polite. You're signaling genuine curiosity and respect for the other person. This isn't about rapid-fire interrogation or asking generic, "How are you?" questions that elicit a rote response. It's about asking open-ended questions that invite deeper thought and conversation. Instead of, "Did you have a good weekend?" try, "What was the highlight of your weekend?" Or, "What's something interesting you learned or did recently?" These questions go beyond surface-level small talk and tap into what truly matters to someone. They show that you're not just waiting for your turn to speak, but that you're genuinely interested in understanding their world. When someone feels truly listened to and understood, a powerful connection is forged. It builds trust, rapport, and makes them feel valued. Charismatic people aren't just great talkers. They're even better listeners and question askers. They have a way of making you feel like the most interesting person in the room. So, cultivate that curiosity. Ask questions that open doors to deeper conversation, and watch how quickly connections bloom. Curiosity isn't just about information. It's about building genuine human connection. And finally, our fifth and perhaps most liberating habit for becoming more charismatic: own your uniqueness. In a world that often pressures us to conform, to fit into neat little boxes, true charisma blossoms when you embrace and express what makes you uniquely you. This isn't about being arrogant or attention-seeking. It's about having the courage to be authentic, to let your true personality, your quirks, your passions, and your distinct point of view shine through. Think about charismatic individuals you admire. They rarely feel generic. They have a certain flair, a distinct way of seeing the world, a unique sense of humor, or a particular passion that defines them. When you own your uniqueness, you exude a powerful sense of self-acceptance and confidence. And confidence, my friends, is absolutely contagious. When you're comfortable in your own skin, it gives others permission to be comfortable in theirs. You become an inspiration. People are drawn to authenticity. They're drawn to individuals who aren't afraid to stand out from the crowd in a positive, self-assured way. This means celebrating your strengths, acknowledging your quirks, and not trying to be someone you're not. Your individuality is your superpower. Don't hide it. Showcase it. When you confidently express who you are, you don't just attract people. You attract the right people, those who appreciate and resonate with your authentic self. So, embrace your unique style, your unique perspective, and your unique energy. Let your true self shine, because that, in itself, is incredibly magnetic. There you have it, 5 powerful habits that can transform your interactions and make you truly magnetic. Remember, charisma isn't some mystical quality reserved for a select few. It is a skill, a set of behaviors you can practice, refine, and integrate into your daily life. Start small, pick one habit this week, and focus on it. Practice being fully present in your conversations. Pay attention to your body language. Infuse your voice with emotion. Ask those deeper, more meaningful questions. And most importantly, embrace and own your wonderful uniqueness. The more you practice these habits, the more naturally they'll become a part of who you are, and the more effortlessly you'll connect with others. The world needs more genuine, engaging connections, and you have the power to create them. Share your energy, share your authentic self, and watch as you become the kind of person everyone wants to lean in and listen to. Thank you so much for watching today. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up. Share it with a friend who might benefit. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for weekly social mastery tips, confidence boosters, and communication insights. Your support means the world to me, and I'm so grateful to have you as part of our community. Until next time, stay charismatic, stay confident, and keep shining. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that affects all of us: handling pressure. You know those moments when everything feels overwhelming and you just want to curl up in a ball? Well, what if I told you that pressure doesn't have to break you? In fact, it can actually reveal your incredible inner power. It's true. Those stressful situations aren't just hurdles, they're opportunities to grow. So get ready, because today I'm sharing 5 powerful mental tools that will help you stay calm, cool, and collected when the heat is on. These aren't just quick fixes. They're skills you can build and use for life. Let's unlock that inner calm together. Alright, let's jump right into our first incredibly effective tool, and it's something you can start doing right now anywhere. We call it box breathing. This technique is a secret weapon used by elite athletes, military personnel, and even emergency responders to instantly calm their nervous system. Here's how it works. Imagine you're drawing a perfect square with your breath. You're going to inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, feeling your belly expand. Hold that breath for another count of 4, just letting the air settle. Then, slowly exhale through your mouth for a count of 4, releasing all that tension. And finally, hold your breath again with empty lungs for another count of 4. That's one full cycle. The magic of box breathing lies in its rhythm. It signals to your brain that you're safe, shifting you out of that fight or flight response and into a more relaxed state. Try doing this for just a few minutes whenever you feel overwhelmed. You'll be amazed at how quickly your body and mind respond. It's like hitting a reset button for your internal state. Give it a try, even just one round, and feel the difference. Moving on to our second tool, and this one is all about understanding what is really going on inside you. Name the emotion. When you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or stressed, it can feel like a big, amorphous cloud of negativity. It's hard to tackle something when you can't even define it, right? But here rests the powerful truth. Simply labeling what you're feeling can significantly reduce its grip on you. Think about it like shining a spotlight on a shadowy monster. Once you see what it is, it often loses some of its power. So, when that feeling starts to creep in, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, what exactly am I feeling right now? Is it anxiety, frustration, fear, irritation, sadness? By putting a name to it, you're not denying the emotion, but rather acknowledging it, observing it, and creating a tiny bit of distance between yourself and the feeling. This act of labeling, often referred to as affect labeling in psychology, activates the prefrontal cortex in your brain, which is responsible for rational thought and emotional regulation. It helps you shift from reacting impulsively to responding thoughtfully. So, next time you're feeling that surge of pressure, take a deep breath and quietly whisper to yourself, "I'm feeling anxious," or "This is frustration." You'll often find that simply naming it makes it feel a little less overwhelming, a little more manageable. Now, for our third powerful technique, especially when you're staring down a huge task or a daunting problem, focus on the next step. Isn't it true that sometimes the sheer size of a challenge can make you freeze up? You look at the mountain ahead and it feels impossible to climb. That's where this tool comes in. Instead of trying to solve the entire problem in one go, which can feel incredibly overwhelming, break it down. Ask yourself, what is the very next single smallest step I can take right now? Just one step. For example, if you have a massive project due, instead of thinking, "I have to finish this entire report," try, "I need to open the document." Then, "I need to read the first paragraph of the prompt." Then, "I need to write one sentence for the introduction." Each tiny step builds momentum and makes the whole task feel less intimidating. This isn't about procrastinating. It's about making progress in manageable chunks. When you focus only on the immediate next action, you bypass the anxiety of the what-ifs and the magnitude of the whole problem. You're not trying to eat the whole elephant at once. You're taking one bite at a time. This approach not only reduces stress, but also boosts your confidence as you tick off each small victory. Remember, even the longest journey begins with a single step. Alright, let's talk about our fourth tool, and this one is about harnessing the incredible power of your own words. Use power phrases. What you say to yourself, especially under pressure, has a profound impact on how you perform and how you feel. When stress hits, our inner critic often goes into overdrive, telling us we can't do it, we're not good enough, or we're going to fail. But you have the power to talk back to that voice with affirmations that uplift and empower you. Instead of letting negativity take over, arm yourself with a few go-to power phrases. My personal favorite is, "I've handled worse." Think about it. You absolutely have. You've overcome challenges before, you've navigated tough situations, and you've emerged stronger. Reminding yourself of your past resilience instantly shifts your mindset from victim to victor. Other great ones include, I am capable. I can do hard things. This is just a moment, not my entire story or even a simple, I got this. The key is to say these phrases with conviction, to truly believe them, even if you have to fake it till you make it at first. Repeat them aloud if you can, or silently to yourself. These aren't just empty words. They're tools to reprogram your mind, to remind yourself of your inherent strength, and to push through when you feel like giving up. Your words create your reality, so choose them wisely, especially when the pressure mounts. And finally, our fifth and perhaps most inspiring tool for staying calm under pressure: visualize success. This technique is a favorite among top performers across all fields, from sports to business. Before you even step into a challenging situation, take a moment to close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself succeeding. See yourself calmly and confidently navigating the challenge. Picture every detail, what you're doing, how you're feeling, the positive outcome. If it's a presentation, imagine yourself delivering it flawlessly, engaging with the audience, and receiving positive feedback. If it's a difficult conversation, visualize yourself speaking clearly, listening attentively, and reaching a constructive resolution. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a powerful mental rehearsal. When you visualize success, you're essentially training your brain for that positive outcome. You're building neural pathways that prepare you to perform confidently when the real moment arrives. It helps to reduce anxiety because you've already experienced success in your mind. It builds self-efficacy and belief in your abilities. And when you approach a situation with that mindset of already having succeeded, you carry a different energy, a different confidence, which often leads to that very success. So take a few moments each day, or before a big event, to really paint that picture of triumph in your mind. Your mind doesn't always distinguish between vivid imagination and reality, so give it the best possible reality to prepare for. So there you have it, 5 incredibly powerful mental tools to help you not just survive, but thrive under pressure. Remember, pressure reveals your power because it pushes you to access strengths you didn't even know you had. And the good news is, calm is a skill. It's not something you're born with or without. It's something you can absolutely train and develop, just like any other muscle. By regularly practicing box breathing, naming your emotions, focusing on the next step, using power phrases, and visualizing success, you are building an unshakable foundation of resilience. Pressure is temporary, those moments of stress will pass. But your inner strength, your ability to stay calm and resourceful, that is permanent. You are capable of so much more than you think, and these tools are here to help you unlock that potential. Thank you so much for watching today. I truly hope these tools empower you to face any challenge that comes your way with greater calm and confidence. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with someone who might need these tips, and don't forget to subscribe for more weekly mindset tools and strategies to live your best life. Your support means the world to me, and I love bringing you content that helps you grow. Keep training that calm, and I'll see you in the next video. Who are you? Really? This isn't a question with a simple answer you find under a rock. Your identity isn't something you're just given at birth. It's a masterpiece that you build, piece by piece, decision by decision. It's a journey of discovery, not a destination. And today, I'm going to guide you through the 5 essential steps to not just discover, but to actively define who you are. So, if you've ever felt a little lost or wondered what your true purpose is, you're in the right place. Let's start building. The foundational first step is to define your core values. Think of these as your personal constitution, the guiding principles for your life. What truly, deeply matters to you? Is it honesty, even when it's hard? Is it freedom, the ability to choose your own path? Maybe it's growth, the constant desire to learn and improve. Or perhaps it's compassion, connection, or adventure. These aren't just pretty words. They are the filter through which you should make every decision. So, how do you find them? Grab a journal, or just a quiet moment. Ask yourself, when have I felt most proud of myself? What was I doing? What values were I honoring in that moment? Conversely, think about a time you felt angry, frustrated, or disappointed. What value was being violated? Was it a breach of trust? A lack of respect? These moments of strong emotion are signposts, pointing directly to your core values. Write down a long list of words that resonate with you, words like integrity, creativity, security, kindness. Then, start grouping them and narrowing them down. Your goal isn't to have a list of 20. It asks to find the 3 to 5 non-negotiable pillars that will hold up the entire structure of your identity. These values will become your compass, guiding you toward a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. Once you have your compass, it's time for step 2. Explore your story. Your past isn't just a collection of memories. It's a treasure map filled with clues to who you are today. Every triumph, every failure, every joy, and every heartbreak has shaped you. But instead of letting your past define you passively, you're going to become an active explorer of your own history. Think of yourself as a detective looking for patterns. What challenges have you overcome? Maybe you navigated a difficult family situation, which taught you resilience. Perhaps you failed at a project, which taught you the importance of perseverance. These aren't scars. They're badges of honor. They reveal your inherent strengths. Look at the turning points in your life, the moments when you made a significant choice or when life made one for you. What did you learn about yourself in those moments? What skills did you have to develop to get through them? Your story is unique, and it contains the raw materials of your strength. For example, maybe you moved around a lot as a kid. While that might have been difficult, it probably made you incredibly adaptable and good at connecting with new people. That's a superpower. By reframing your past experiences not as things that happened *to you, but as chapters in the story of your becoming, you take back the narrative. You see that your past has been preparing you for your future all along. It's the origin story of the hero you are today. This leads us perfectly into step 3, identify your strengths. So often, we're focused on fixing our weaknesses. We're told to work on what we're bad at. But what if we flip that? What if we focus on amplifying what we're already great at? Your greatest potential for growth lies in developing your natural talents. So, what comes easily to you? What activities make you lose track of time? This is what psychologists call a flow state. It's that feeling of being in the zone, where your skills are perfectly matched to the challenge at hand. Maybe it's organizing your closet, solving a complex puzzle, making people laugh, or listening with genuine empathy. These aren't just hobbies. They are indicators of your innate strengths. If you're not sure, ask the people who know you best. Send a simple message. Hey, I'm doing a little self-discovery exercise. When you think of me, what's one thing you think I'm really good at? You might be surprised by the answers. People might see a strength in you that you've always taken for granted. Perhaps you're the go-to person for advice, meaning you have a strength in wisdom and perspective. Or maybe you're the one who always plans the group trips, showing a strength in leadership and organization. Don't dismiss these things as small. When you identify what you're naturally good at, you can start to intentionally lean into those areas. This is how you move from just being competent to being truly exceptional. Your identity shines brightest when it's powered by your authentic strengths. Now for a crucial step that many people overlook. Step 4. Choose your influences. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." This is true not just for people, but for everything you consume. Your identity is shaped by the information you feed your mind, the content you watch, the books you read, and the conversations you have. You have to become the vigilant gatekeeper of your own mind. Look at your social media feed. Is it inspiring you, or is it making you feel inadequate? Does it reflect the person you want to become, or the person you're trying to leave behind? Unfollow accounts that drain your energy or promote values that clash with your own. It's not rude. It's an act of self-preservation. Instead, curate an environment that nourishes your future self. Follow creators, authors, and thinkers who challenge you and lift you up. Read books that expand your mind. Listen to podcasts that teach you new skills. Find mentors, whether in real life or through the content they produce, who embody the qualities you admire. You are literally programming your subconscious with every piece of content you consume. If you want to be more creative, surround yourself with art and innovation. If you want to be more compassionate, surround yourself with stories of kindness and empathy. Your environment is not a passive backdrop. It is an active participant in building your identity. Choose your influences as intentionally as you would choose your friends. And finally, we arrive at the most important step of all. Step 5. Live in alignment. All the self-reflection in the world means nothing if it doesn't translate into action. Your identity isn't a concept in your head. It's a living, breathing reality expressed through your daily choices. Living in alignment means closing the gap between who you say you are and what you actually do. It's about letting your actions reflect your truth. If one of your core values is health, but you consistently choose junk food and skip exercise, you're living out of alignment. That feeling of inner conflict, of being a fraud in your own life, comes from this exact mismatch. Start small. Each day, ask yourself, what is one thing I can do today that aligns with my values and strengths? If creativity is a value, maybe you spend 15 minutes sketching, no matter how bad you think it is. If connection is a value, maybe you put your phone away and have a meaningful conversation with a loved one. Living in alignment also means making bold decisions. It might mean leaving a job that compromises your integrity, ending a relationship that stifles your growth, or starting a project that terrifies but excites you. These are the moments where your identity is forged. It's scary, yes, but the feeling of wholeness, of your inner and outer worlds finally matching up, is the most powerful feeling there is. This is where self-discovery becomes self-mastery. So there you have it. Define your values, explore your story, identify your strengths, choose your influences, and live in alignment. This isn't a one-time checklist, it's a lifelong practice. Identity isn't static. It evolves as you grow and learn. The goal isn't to find a final perfect version of yourself. The goal is to stay curious, to keep exploring, and to have the courage to consistently choose the person you want to be, day after day. Remember, your identity is your power. When you know who you are, no one can take that away from you. You navigate the world with confidence, purpose, and a deep sense of peace. Know yourself. Be yourself. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If this resonated with you, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I share new videos on self-discovery, mindset, and building an intentional life every single week, and I'd love for you to be part of our community. Drop a comment below and let me know one core value you're committing to this week. I can't wait to read them. Until next time, keep building. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling something truly powerful that shapes our lives every single day: fear. You know, fear is often loud. It screams doubts in our ears, tries to hold us back, and makes us question our every move. But here's the thing. While fear will always exist, it absolutely does not have to lead the way. You have the power to choose. Instead, we can cultivate something even stronger, something quiet yet incredibly impactful: courage. And guess what? Courage isn't some magical trait you're born with. It's a muscle you can build day by day with consistent practice. So, if you're ready to stop letting fear call the shots and start living a life filled with more bravery and confidence, stick around. Today, I'm sharing 5 essential habits you can start building right now to cultivate daily courage. Let's dive in. Alright, kicking us off with habit number 1. Take small risks daily. This might sound a little intimidating, but it's actually incredibly freeing. Think about it. Courage isn't about leaping off a cliff without looking. It's about taking that tiny, almost imperceptible step forward even when you're a little unsure. Maybe it's striking up a conversation with someone new, volunteering for a task at work you're a bit nervous about, or even trying a new recipe that seems complicated. Each small risk you take, each time you step even slightly outside your comfort zone, you're sending a powerful message to your brain. I can do this. I am capable. These small wins accumulate, building your courage muscle little by little, day after day. Remember, courage grows with repetition, so start small, stay consistent, and watch how your confidence blossoms. Moving on to habit number 2. Reframe fear as fuel. This is a game changer. Often, when we feel fear, we interpret it as a signal to stop, to retreat, to avoid. But what if we saw it differently? What if we understood that fear often shows up when something truly matters to us? When you're nervous about a presentation, it's because you care about doing well. When you're anxious about a new venture, it's because you care about its success. That flutter in your stomach, that rush of adrenaline, that's not just fear trying to stop you, it's energy. Is your body getting ready to perform, to focus, to excel? So next time fear pops up, try saying to yourself, this means I care. This is my body giving me extra energy to tackle this challenge. Use that energy, that intensity to push forward rather than pull back. Our third powerful habit for building courage is to speak your truth, even when it shakes. This one can be tough, but it's incredibly empowering. It means sharing your honest opinion, expressing your true feelings, or standing up for what you believe in, even if it's unpopular or makes you feel vulnerable. It's about being authentic to yourself, not just going along to get along. When you speak your truth, even if your voice trembles a little, you're honoring yourself. You're telling yourself, and the world, that your thoughts and feelings matter. And that, my friends, is a profound act of courage. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to find your voice and stand firm in your convictions. Next up, habit number 4. Visualize the outcome you want, not the one you fear. Our minds are incredibly powerful tools, and what we focus on tends to expand. If all you do is replay worst-case scenarios and imagine failure, you're essentially programming your brain for that outcome. Instead, consciously shift your focus. Before a challenging situation, take a few moments to vividly imagine yourself succeeding. See yourself confident, calm, and achieving your desired result. Feel the emotions of accomplishment. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a mental rehearsal. It prepares your brain and body for success, builds your confidence, and helps you approach challenges with a positive, proactive mindset instead of being paralyzed by anxiety. Focus on where you want to go, not what you want to avoid. And finally, habit number 5. Celebrate acts of bravery, even small ones. We often wait for huge, monumental achievements to pat ourselves on the back. But courage isn't always about grand gestures, it's in the quiet moments too. Did you have a difficult conversation you've been putting off? Did you try something new despite feeling nervous? Did you say no to something that didn't align with your values? Those are acts of bravery. Take a moment to acknowledge them. Journal about them, tell a friend, or simply give yourself a mental high five. Celebrating these small wins reinforces positive behavior and tells your brain, hey, I did that. I am courageous. This positive feedback loop encourages you to keep pushing, keep growing, and keep building your courage, one small, celebrated step at a time. So there you have it. 5 powerful habits to help you build daily courage and stop letting fear dictate your life. Remember, fear fades when you choose to move forward, even just a tiny bit. Courage is a habit, a skill, and it's something you can absolutely cultivate every single day. Start small, be consistent, and watch yourself transform. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on our weekly mindset and bravery tips. We've got so much more coming your way to help you live your most courageous and fulfilling life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay brave. Have you ever felt that fire of motivation just fizzle out? One day you're ready to conquer the world, and the next you can barely get out of bed. It's a common feeling, and frankly, it's exhausting. We're often told to just find more motivation, as if it's a switch we can flip. But what if the problem isn't a lack of motivation? What if we're relying on the wrong fuel source? That's what we're diving into today. The truth is, motivation is fleeting. It's like a sugar rush. It gives you a quick burst of energy, but it's unreliable and always leads to a crash. It's great for starting things, but it's terrible for finishing them. If you truly want to stay driven, to build something that lasts, you need something deeper. You need anchors. These anchors aren't about temporary hype. They're about purpose. Purpose is the deep underlying reason why you do what you do. It is the North Star that guides you even when the sky is cloudy and you can't see the path ahead. Unlike motivation, which is an emotion, purpose is a conviction. It's a choice you make every single day. Today, I'm going to share 5 powerful, purpose-based habits that will transform how you approach your goals and fuel your drive for the long haul. These aren't quick fixes. They are foundational shifts that will help you build a life of meaning and unstoppable momentum. First up, anchor number 1. You absolutely must know your why. This sounds cliché, I know, but stick with me. This is the bedrock of everything. Your why is the core reason you're pursuing a goal. It's not about the what, like I want to get a promotion. It is about the why I want to get a promotion asterisk so that asterisk I can create more opportunities for my team and make a bigger impact in our industry. See the difference? One is a task. The other is a mission. Purpose is what powers persistence. When things get tough, when you fail, when you feel like giving up, your what won't be enough to keep you going. But your why, that will pull you through the mud. So, take some real uninterrupted time. Ask yourself, why does this goal truly matter to me? What change do I want to create in my life or the lives of others? Write it down, make a vision board, put it somewhere you see it every day. Your why is your personal declaration of intent, and it's the most powerful fuel you'll ever have. Now, let's talk about anchor number 2, setting meaningful goals. We live in a world that screams for urgency. We're constantly putting out fires, dealing with what's right in front of us. But a life lived in reaction mode is a life without direction. Purpose-driven individuals don't just set urgent goals, they set meaningful ones. A meaningful goal is one that is directly connected to your why. It's not just about ticking off a box on your to-do list. It is about taking a deliberate step toward the person you want to become and the impact you want to have. So, when you're planning your week or your quarter, look at your goals and ask, is this just busy work or is this moving me closer to my purpose? Prioritize the tasks that have meaning, not just a deadline. This shifts your focus from being merely productive to being effective. It's the difference between running on a hamster wheel and climbing a mountain. Both involve effort, but only one gets you to a higher vantage point. This leads us perfectly to anchor number 3. Track your impact, not just your progress. Our society is obsessed with metrics. We track followers, sales numbers, weight on the scale, the list goes on. And while tracking progress is important to see if you're moving, it doesn't tell you asterisk if you're moving in the right direction asterisk. Tracking impact, however, connects you back to your purpose. Instead of just asking, how much did I do? Start asking, who did I help? What difference did I make? Maybe your goal is to grow your business. Progress is tracking revenue. Impact is reading a customer review that says your product changed their life. Maybe you're a teacher. Progress is grading 50 papers. Impact is seeing a student finally grasp a difficult concept. That's the stuff that really fills your tank. It's the emotional reward that quantitative data can never provide. Make it a habit to look for these moments. Save those thank you emails. Write down those moments of connection. This is the proof that your work matters, and it will keep you going far longer than any spreadsheet. Anchor number 4 is one of my favorites because it's so often overlooked. Connect with like-minded people. Purpose is not a solo mission. It needs community to breathe, to grow, and to thrive. When you surround yourself with people who share your values and are on a similar path, something magical happens. Their energy feeds yours. Their insights sharpen your own. When you're feeling doubtful, they're there to remind you of your why. When you succeed, they're there to celebrate your impact. This isn't just about networking. It's about building genuine relationships with a tribe that gets it. Find a mastermind group, join a club, or even just schedule regular calls with a friend who understands your vision. Your purpose is a fire. In isolation, it can be hard to keep it lit, but when you bring your flame together with others, you create a bonfire that can light up the world. Finally, we arrive at anchor number 5, reflect weekly. Purpose isn't a set it and forget it kind of thing. It needs your attention. It's like a garden. If you don't tend to it, weeds of distraction and doubt will quickly take over. Carve out a non-negotiable block of time each week, even just 15 or 20 minutes to pause and reflect. Put your phone away, grab a journal, and ask yourself a few simple questions. What mattered most to me this week? When did I feel most aligned with my purpose? Where did I get off track? What adjustments do I need to make for next week? This simple act of reflection is a course correction mechanism. It keeps you from drifting. It reconnects you with your why and helps you see how the small actions of your week fit into the bigger picture of your life. This habit ensures that you are not just living, but living with intention. So there you have it. 5 anchors to ground you in purpose when the fickle winds of motivation die down. Know your why, set meaningful goals, track your impact, connect with your community, and reflect weekly. Remember, motivation is a spark, but purpose is the enduring flame. It's the deep, quiet confidence that you are on the right path, doing work that matters. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you found this helpful and want more tips on building a life of clarity and growth, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'd love to have you as part of our community. Until next time, stay. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something incredibly powerful, something that's always within your control, yet often overlooked. We're talking about the masterpiece that is your life. You know, you don't need a perfect life, because let's be honest, perfect is a myth. What you truly need, what we all aspire to, is a proud one. A life where you look back and say, yeah, I did that. I built that. So get ready, because we're about to explore 5 fundamental choices that actively shape a life truly worth living. These aren't monumental, one-time decisions, but rather daily habits, mindsets you adopt, and principles you live by. Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll have a clearer roadmap to crafting your own incredible journey. Alright, let's jump right into the first crucial choice. And this one might feel a little uncomfortable at first, but it's absolutely transformative. Choice number 1 is to choose growth over comfort every single time. Think about it. Our brains are wired for comfort, right? It's safe, it's familiar, it requires minimal effort. But what happens when we stay in that comfort zone for too long? We stagnate. We stop learning, we stop evolving, and frankly, life can start to feel a bit dull. Choosing growth means actively seeking out new challenges, even when they feel intimidating. It means trying that new skill, taking on that difficult project, or engaging in that conversation you've been avoiding. It's about being curious, about asking what if, instead of what's easy. It's about understanding that real development, real self-improvement, happens precisely at the edge of your comfort zone. When you push yourself, even slightly, you discover new strengths, new capabilities, and new perspectives you never knew you had. Imagine a plant that's always watered in the same spot it survives. But a plant that's repotted, Given new soil, new light, that plant thrives. Be the thriving plant. Embrace the discomfort, because that's where the magic of personal growth truly unfolds. It's not about being fearless, it's about doing it afraid, and then celebrating every tiny step forward. Moving on to our second profound choice. Choose integrity over approval. This one is huge. In a world constantly vying for likes, shares, and external validation, it's so easy to get caught up in trying to please everyone around us. We might contort ourselves into shapes that aren't authentically ours just to fit in or be liked. But here's the truth. Being real is far more powerful and fulfilling than being liked by everyone. Integrity means aligning your actions with your values, even when it's difficult or unpopular. It means doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. It's about having a strong moral compass and sticking to it. Think about the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're living authentically, that your words and deeds are in harmony. When you choose integrity, you build a foundation of trust, not just with others, but most importantly with yourself. You develop self-respect. It's like building a solid house. If the foundation is shaky, it doesn't matter how beautiful the exterior is, it won't stand the test of time. Be that person who stands firm on their values. It might mean saying no to peer pressure, walking away from situations that compromise your beliefs, or speaking your truth even when it's challenging. When you prioritize integrity, you attract genuine connections and build a life that feels authentic and true to who you are, rather than a performance for others. Now for choice number 3, and this one is a game changer when it comes to getting things done and building momentum. Choose action over excuses. How many brilliant ideas have withered away because of procrastination? How many goals have remained dreams because we found 1,000 reasons why we couldn't start or why it wasn't the perfect time? Excuses are seductive. They offer a temporary shield from the fear of failure or the effort required. But they also steal our potential. Choosing action means understanding that progress beats perfection every single time. You don't need all the answers before you begin. You don't need a flawless plan. What you need is to take that first step, then the next. Imagine trying to build a complex puzzle. You don't start by seeing the entire finished picture perfectly. You start with one piece, then find the next connected piece. This choice is about overcoming that internal resistance, that voice that says, "What if it's not good enough?" And instead saying, "Let's just start." It means being an initiator, not a reactor. It means breaking down big goals into smaller, manageable tasks and tackling them one by one. The act of doing, even imperfectly, creates momentum, builds confidence, and generates solutions you wouldn't have discovered just by thinking or planning. So, silence those excuses, take a deep breath, and just start. Even a tiny step forward is progress, and progress is incredibly motivating. Let's talk about something we all deeply crave, yet sometimes struggle to cultivate. Choice number 4 is to choose connection over isolation. In our increasingly digital world, it's paradoxically easy to feel more alone than ever. We might have hundreds of virtual connections, but deep, meaningful relationships often feel harder to come by. But humans are fundamentally social creatures. We thrive on genuine connection, on shared experiences, on having people in our lives who truly see us, support us, and challenge us. Choosing connection means actively nurturing your relationships. It means picking up the phone to call a friend instead of just texting. It means showing up for the people you care about, offering a listening ear or a helping hand. It means being vulnerable enough to share your true self, your joys and your struggles, and allowing others to do the same. Isolation can be a heavy burden, impacting our mental and emotional well-being. By prioritizing real connection, you build a powerful support system, a network of love and understanding that makes navigating life's ups and downs so much easier. So, reach out. Plan that coffee date, send that thoughtful message, or spend quality time with loved ones. Remember, you are not alone, and fostering those deep bonds enriches your life in ways that nothing else can. And finally, we arrive at our fifth and equally vital choice. Choose meaning over noise. We live in an incredibly noisy world, don't we? Constant notifications, endless streams of information, comparison culture, the pressure to always be on or chasing the next big thing. It's easy to get caught up in the superficial, the fleeting, and lose sight of what truly matters to us. Choosing meaning means consciously filtering out the distractions and focusing your energy, time, and attention on what genuinely resonates with your values and purpose. It means identifying what brings you joy, fulfillment, and a sense of contribution, and then intentionally dedicating yourself to those things. This could mean dedicating time to a passion project, volunteering for a cause you believe in, spending quiet moments in nature, or simply being fully present with your loved ones. It also involves learning to say no to things that drain your energy or don't align with your deepest desires. It's about curating your life, like curating a beautiful art collection, making sure every piece adds value and reflects your true self. When you choose meaning, you create a life that feels rich, purposeful, and deeply satisfying, rather than just busy or externally driven. It's about tuning into your inner compass and letting that guide your decisions. So there you have it, 5 powerful choices that, when consciously made, day after day, week after week, will undeniably shape a life that you don't just endure, but one that you truly admire. Your life is your greatest canvas, and your choices are the brushstrokes. You have the power to create a legacy, a masterpiece that reflects your courage, your integrity, your growth, your connections, and your deepest purpose, so choose wisely, my friends. If you found these insights helpful, please hit that like button. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it, and make sure you subscribe for weekly life design tips and more content that helps you build a life you love. We're all on this journey together, and I'm so grateful to have you here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.